welcome back to Arbor. We move through the Red Lantern and the camera swings and moves through its corridors past the airlock chamber, and we see as you pass through that 2 arrow slits on the left and right where a couple of Red Lantern goons are smoking cigarettes and playing cards, weapons at the ready to shoot whoever decides to cause trouble trying to break in. The camera pans through and sees Victor playing a dice game, or perhaps dominoes, with a young goblin woman having cleared out her inventory, and then pans past them and stops in front of a newsstand used to, as before you go into the main chamber, and we see the headlines from a paper, The Bird's Eye View. If anyone would like to read one of those headlines.
Red Wings on the rise. That feels like it should be an old-timey news announcer voice. So
Red Wings on the rise!
Red Wings on the rise! Patrons of Buccaneers by a correspondent in the nest. Many among our readership shall be familiar with the name Red Wings. I don't like the voice I've taken, so I'm going to stop. A company of individuals is likely to be seen assisting with a spilled cart or chasing down a purse thief, as they are to be whispered about in the darker corners of our city parlours. Once hailed as upstanding neighbours, they are now, by decree of the city courts, declared terrorists and hunted with the full force of the Greencloaks. Their alleged crime, opposing, some say too vocally, the slow and steady encroachment of city interests upon the homes and livelihoods of those dwelling in the outer rings, all under the ever-thinning veil of public safety and benevolence. Mrs. Eliza Bratch, Lamplighter's widow, Lowness, says, "I seen 'em carry a lad 3 miles through the soot after a boiler burst, patched him up right with her own coin. Call that terrorism if you like, but to me that's neighbourly." City officials have made no secret of their intention to quell what they term unauthorised civic interference, and the Red Wings now find themselves mentioned in the same breath as the infamous Flame Walkers, whose penchant for explosive persuasion needs little retelling. Inspector Grellan Vance, Greencloak Division 1st Ring Precinct, says, "It starts with charity and ends with firebombs. If they wanted to help, they do so through proper channels, not in back alleys with masked faces." Still, for many in the nest, the Red Wings remain a symbol of resistance, or at the very least of mutual aid unencumbered by red tape or tax ledgers. When faced with eviction, ration cuts, or another polished shoe at the door, it's not always to the crown the people look. Mr. Oric Dole, Soot Hauler, Bramble Street, says, "They gave me coal when the vouchers ran dry. Told no one, asked nothing. If that's rebellion, then I say the city ought to rebel more." It is not for this publication to pass judgment on the aims or actions of the Red Wings, nor would we dare offer open allegiance to any organisation deemed seditious by the authorities. And yet, one must wonder, if the defence of hearth and home be deemed criminal, what then becomes of justice? Through the halls of power, brand them lawless, there remains in the nest a sentiment in the courts may find harder to silence. The quiet understanding that loyalty to one's own is a currency far older than any minted by the crown.
Dangers at the Edge, a tragic tale. Among the many charms of life in the nest, the dizzying views, the liberty of open air, the thrill of wings unfurled, there lies a danger, oft too easily forgotten. Not all who dwell in our lofty quarter possess the strength to defy gravity's grip. Our fledglings, newly feathered and full of curiosity, have not yet earned their wings, and for them the edge is not freedom but peril. Too frequently we hear tales of a careless moment, a missed hand, a broken barrier. Just this week, a young one nearly lost to the winds, saved only by the swift intervention of a passing Red Wing. This serves as a solemn reminder. We, the citizens of the nest, must act as guardians of one another. Watchfulness must be constant, and our vulnerable, whether flighted or no, deserves our vigilance. Let it not be said that another was lost because we did not look down before we looked away. Keep them from the edge, hold them close until they fly. This message brought to you in public service by the Red Wing Company.
Griffith's Glorious Glide! Wearing Waxful, signing flyer.
Yeah, that worked better there. Yeah.
The wagered wage is always lost. Never gamble.
Wind speed / direction. That way.
Medium fast.
So we move the camera pans through past a surly-looking, kind of Asian-looking gentleman who's leaning against a wall, eyeing the various people within. Through the main hall, past a tiefling woman, a infernal touch woman on a harp. She plays beautifully, but every so often she seems to her eye seems to travel to a corner of the room that is unusually dark, and then hits a sour note and then realizes and shifts. But then it shifts through, the camera pans, and we move into a kitchen where a woman is kneeling on the ground in apparent distress after hearing a bit of news from three individuals who have just proclaimed that her employer, and perhaps more, is no longer of this world. So with that, I take it to you.
So we had just interrogated this woman for all the information we wanted, and then waited till that was done to tell her that the Maven was dead.
Yes, it was kind of the last thing you told her, and as you kind of like pass that information along, she collapsed to the ground in kind of just shock.
Ah, you're certainly taking it better than the Raven.
If are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
Unfortunately, yes, we are 100% sure.
Did we actually see the body?
You did.
It was slumped over the piano and the desk rather than the
He
piano.
had asphyxiated. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Information, yes.
Oh, all right.
I am going to put a comforting hand on her shoulder,
Okay.
and she'll feel suffused with a warmth as I cast guidance on her.
Ooh.
I'm using this for flavour rather than anything, but yeah, she feels a warmth that is like a supposed to be a burgeoning effect.
Okay. What do you look like right now? Because I remember you used the hat of disguise very prolifically.
Oh, I did briefly look like Craig Bloom. I think I probably would have undone that after she'd said, "Oh yeah, I recognise that guy." So I would turn back to plain clothes moniker.
Okay.
So the noir detective look.
Sure.
Rolling around with.
Okay. Is that what you look like when you came in as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So she looks up at you and just kind of pats your hand. It's a bit of a shock. All right. If he's gone, I don't know what that means for. The
There will be a new Maven.
All right. I don't know how that works, but good.
Information. We have been tasked with determining the manner and motive behind the Maven's death. Information. We require information about this crystal.
You pull
No,
this Ruth's
yeah.
crystal. She looks at it for a second.
Query. Does someone reside within the Red Lantern who could tell us information about magical items?
She looks at it now. I don't know for sure what this is, but there are at least two people out there. They're customers though, so it might be a bit tricky. And she goes to the door, and the door on this one has a slot where you can like slide it
That's where
open.
she was waggling her hand out.
Yeah. She slides it open, and she kind of. They probably can't see us, but just be a little careful. She kind of like points. Do you see the kind of the gentleman there with the kind of weird ears? And she points to a man sitting in the kind of like the recessed area. He's got like little cat ears, quite intense looking gentleman. Do you see him? And that's Byrne. He's one of ours. The woman sitting next to him. Her. I know she's a magic caster of some kind. I don't know what she knows specifically, but if anyone's going to know, it's going to be her.
Is she collegiate sponsored?
I believe so. Yes. The other one, the other non-employee, the gentleman sitting across from her. I think they're a couple. I don't know exactly what's going on. He was kicked out of the Gilded Cage, though, for experimenting on the eye. So I would be really careful around him. But he might know what you want to know, and he would definitely know some of this crystal stuff, I think, based on what I heard.
Do we know what the eye is?
The
eye
eye
is the person.
The thing at the
who
front
looks
desk
at-
that pupil was like,
yes.
Nothing's
yes.
eye.
Yeah.
Query. What is his name?
I think it's Alistair.
Crowley.
Not Crowley.
Ravenly.
And the woman, the employee, is her name is Nisara. And then she's Serafina, I think?
And Nisara is someone who might know, or
Nisara's her employee. And she has minor little tricks and illusions and things like that.
But it's the customers that
but
we
it's
know
the two
most.
customers that might know.
The two customers might know. Oh, technically you could probably ask Sonia or Mirabelle, but I wouldn't risk that unless you're brave or stupid. They're the boss. Well, Sonia's the boss. Mirabelle's like right-hand man, woman. Jesus. I'm sorry. There's a lot happening at the moment, and I'm trying to think about a million things all at once.
Query. What was the nature of Alistair's dismissal from the Gilded Cage?
Oh, not dismissal. He didn't work for us. He was a customer.
Query. What was the nature of his barring from the Gilded Cage?
Let me see if I can try to remember exactly. Right. Just think. She's like, what did he do? He did something with the eye. Really pissed off the Maven. Oh God, what did he do? He was trying to run magical experiments. The voice, the eye, and the succubus. Yes, the succubus as well. I remember that. But it was the stuff that he did with the eye, but I don't know what he did exactly. He was doing something that really upset the Maven. Apparently the succubus didn't care. But we have a lot of very vulnerable, magical people, beings within the walls of the... So someone like Alistair, who likes fiddling, would have been... He must have just seen it as like an opportunity and didn't really care about getting consent.
Information. You told us before that you would like us to tell you if we were going to murder people.
Well,
You did.
Information. It is going to murder Alistair.
Why?
Information. He hurt the eye.
Ah. Thank you for telling me.
Information. You are welcome.
Pupil.
Information. Yes.
Will you be intending to murder him immediately, or...
Information. No.
So are you going to wait until after our business here is concluded and then find him later?
Information. Yes. Information. The eye is patient.
If it does come down to a fight here, then go nuts.
I think he doesn't nod. That was a Joe nod.
Do you have a preference as to who takes on the mantle?
In terms of who? What do you mean? I knew... I've been in undercover for a while. The last
Information. We have been informed that the two most likely candidates to become the next Maven are Raven and Ember.
Raven's got the head for it. She's more pragmatic. She's smarter, probably. But Ember's sweet, and she's been there for longer.
Would you like it?
Oh, I mean, I don't know how to do the job. I mostly did this, and then before that I was doing things.
Why do you say that they do? Or what do you think that they do?
Well, there's some kind of training they do. I know that there was some kind of initiation or something like that they were talking about. Last time I was there anyways. Both of them were part of it. I don't know how far they got, either of them, though. So they could, well, for all I know, they completed, both of them have completed the training. They're just waiting for the fortunate opportunity to arise. Right, but that's not really that important right now, because if the Red Lanterns are going to do something, and I think they are, then, and if the defenses are down because the Maven's not there, then I don't know what they're going to do anyways, because the thing is that even without the Maven, you still have the Talons, and the Talons are, some of them are really strong. Roval by himself can definitely take care of himself.
The Talons?
They're kind of like the thugs.
They're the thugs who hire who protect the Gilded Cage.
Yeah, so like the bouncers out front, and you met a few of them. Roval you kind of heard about, and there are others that you didn't interact with. Yeah, the Talons will probably be protected, but if it's a full all-out assault, then yeah, they'll be in trouble. But I don't know how long or how they were going to get there, because even like the streets themselves, the Greencloaks aren't going to let a group of Red Lanterns through the streets anyways. I mean, the Greencloaks and the Maven, there's kind of like a, not alliance, I guess, but more like a general understanding. We protect each other. You know, your secrets are our secrets. We know enough to keep everyone helping, as it were.
Could they not magically get in? I mean, we came here without a traditional doorway.
That's part of the defenses of the Maven. If they've figured out a way to bypass that, but teleporting people in Arbor is difficult. Or can be.
Is out of character clarification, isn't that what we did to get here?
You kind of did, yes. But that's a like magic circle teleportation. One thing to a specific location. You're talking about teleporting to an unknown location
It's the difference in like Western Wilds between the teleportation tunnels, which are fixed points, and the teleport itself just goes somewhere.
This is only what I've heard. I kind of understand basic defenses and things, and what was training. Like I was building up to be kind of like the security officer for the Gilded Cage, and one of the defenses that I started initially is, what if somebody tries to teleport in? And Maven always said, no, that's impossible. With the way things currently are. And he even told me, if it was possible for somebody to teleport directly into the Gilded Cage, they might not come out where they think they are because of the cage's unique properties. But I don't know if those properties... I don't know how they're
information. Those properties may no longer exist after the Maven's death.
It's possible, and that would be... But there's no way the Red Lanterns would know that.
They know something, otherwise they wouldn't be...
They know something's up. They know something's changed.
Query. You believe that the Red Lanterns know that something has changed, but not the precise nature of the change?
Yes, and I don't even know how they would know that.
Query. Do you believe the Red Lanterns may be involved in the plot to kill the Maven?
I don't see how. If they are, then they would have said something. I mean, there would have been...
Query. Do you know of any relationship between the leadership of the Red Lantern and the Red Wings?
She thinks. No. They would... They're not opposed, but they have no reason to start an alliance, and I don't know why the Red Wings would be involved anyways. Something else is going on here. I mean, you could try and get into Sonia's office.
Is Sonia herself still here?
Yes, and her...
Information. Sonia, Mirabelle, and your colleague are in the office.
No, I believe...
In the torture room.
No, I think Sonia and Mirabelle are probably in their office discussing things. I think I overheard them a little bit ago. They've stopped torturing Merrick. At least for now. I hope they have. But yeah. But if you can get into where Merrick is, then maybe you can get him out and figure out what he knows and what he doesn't know. I know he's not a spy because.
Could the Maven have more than one spy and didn't tell you?
I suppose it's possible, but I don't think so.
He doesn't seem the type.
No. Miss Maven's plans are always when he talks to you, or when he talked to you, it always felt like he knew exactly what he wanted to have happen. And you never felt like he was keeping anything from you. Another spy in here would jeopardize the other one. We could accidentally uncover the other spy just by being in proximity to each other. So I don't think Merrick's one of ours. Though at this rate, I imagine he's not very happy about being where he is, so I don't think he's going to be working for Sony much longer.
Query. Are there any avian beast folk in the Red Lantern?
No, not at the moment.
Look, I'm looking at the door here.
Yep.
Is it like tight sealed all the way around?
Mm-hmm. She threw up some magic to silence the area as well.
Like the Elder Scrolls Muffle spell, which I always thought was wonderful.
Is there any way, other than the obvious, into the torture chamber?
Not any that I can think of, no.
Not even something that a spider could get in through.
I mean, this place is really old, and there might be some hidden passageways. I know where it is physically. It's behind the fireplace in the main hall. Right behind that, that's where the torture chamber is. There might be another way in, but you'd have to go through either maybe one of the rooms to the north. There might be something up that way. Maybe Celine knows something. She's the harpist outside. He was who he was buying the ring for. So if somebody has a good reason to try and help break Merrick out, it's going to be her.
What's in the rooms to the north?
Oh, that's where they go to,
Right.
3 rooms to the north, 3 to the south.
So, which way is north? This is north.
Towards you is north. Towards.
So there are 3 rooms off of here, which are the private rooms. Behind this one,
It would be my directions towards that way.
That
so
way.
It's like this, and then the offices are in the corner to the north, west.
Is the torture room open to customers similar to how the Gilded Cage appealed to all other options?
Technically, no.
As a way in?
Technically, no. It's part of Sonia's. It's the true entrance, I think, is in Sonia's office.
So does that mean that the torture chamber is on the other side of this wall?
No, that would be the hallway where the door. But if you went that way, west from, so you went up where you can be right there.
can we get this door here open so we can see the main hall if we
That would
open
help,
the slot? Yeah.
I don't remember all these buttons.
No, I know which one it is. I know what scroll it is.
Oh yeah, you do have one.
Oh yes, I do.
Scroll what now?
We'll get that.
Okay, so you said
never mind.
behind the fireplace there.
Yeah, so behind the fireplace is where she thinks this torture room. She could be wrong, to be fair, but she thinks that's where it is. We'll move to you. What are
Yes.
you doing?
So, Victor has slowly been getting more and more like
What's that one?
kind of anxious, and so he'll an idea kind of crosses his mind, and he's not sure why he didn't come up with it first. He's like, look, how much for me to be able to take my cane in with me? You can see that I'm clearly not physically able to use it for its other intended. I believe that was from a previous owner.
She's moving the dominoes around because you just finished a game.
Yeah.
You know, make me an offer, and we'll see what we come out with, and make me a persuasion check at the same time.
Yeah, sure thing. So persuasion's 20, not natural. So,
You think you've got a very good chance of a lowball offer?
yeah. Just remind me, because this is a brain problem, not a character problem. How much was the game of chance?
250
250
or 200.
200. Sorry.
200.
Yeah. But then she's not seeing that money.
Yeah.
That's going to her employer. She might be skimming some of that off the top, but she knows, not you specifically, because all that money came from Raylan.
Yeah.
She knows that there's a certain amount of money in here, so there might be a kind of like expectation, but you rolled really well on the persuasion, so see what you do.
I have a suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
10% of the fee to get into the game. Which is 20 gold.
That feels real label.
10% is more than she's likely seeing of the game itself.
Yeah. How much? Because how much is a taxi? That's
100.
100. Because that's for a paid service as well.
Yeah.
I feel that that's more. I'm also looking at the.
What do you want to offer?
150 gold. Sorry, it's leaves. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's
It's my fault because I'm throwing your shit out there. She, with the 20, she goes, alright, let's, look, just don't unlock it, don't show it to nobody. I see all the weapons all the time, they come back and through. Sure, take it, go. Enjoy your stay, and thank you for the game.
Yes, it's been most enjoyable. Cool.
And you can head inside.
Lovely. And he will head across. Is it that way? Oof. Cool. Is there a central bar?
There isn't, but if you kind of like looking for somewhere, do you have the look of somebody, I want something to drink, something to eat?
Yeah, it's something to drink, because I kind of scan the room, can't see them.
Yep.
Will assume I will hear them if they're in danger.
Boy.
So
You'll hear someone.
yeah,
So the man to your right,
this one.
yes, him. He as you approach the kind of come in the room, and you have the look of somebody who wants something, needs something, or something of that nature. He goes, drink.
Yes. Is there a house specialty?
Red. And produces a small goblet of red something and hands it to you.
Okay. How much?
Enjoy.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
An 8. He is very difficult to read. He seems to be. He is significantly older than somebody you think should be working in here in general. There's a weird air about him, but it's throwing you off in other areas.
Okay. Cool. Well, he will take it. So no charge.
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, very kind. And he'll take it, and then he'll slowly kind of do a lap round the place, just kind of admiring the decor and
Cool.
decor.
So that can give you some interesting stuff. So as you're moving around,
Yep.
what's your cool. As you're passing around, there's a couple of things you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dark corner, and as you kind of approach it, you spot somebody kind of that no one else would have, because as you get closer, your eyes more adjust to it, you can see a bit better. There's a very large goblinoid man in the corner next to a door that goes into like a much more heavy-set door, stronger wood, kind of like bigger, and there's this guy standing next to it. He's kind of like just standing there, very like, I am a guard kind of look.
Yeah.
But as you cross past him, you see him and you also hear the sound of the harp being played, and then you hear the sour note kind of go ding, and it just kind of like, and then you watch as this woman is eyeing that same kind of direction. The infernal touch woman is just watching where that door is.
Which corner?
The dark one, the one you can't see anything into.
So and this woman here is the one who's watching.
Yep.
Okay.
She's playing normally, and then every so often she'll just go dung, and then most people aren't picking up on that. They seem to be more engaged in their other activities, but you kind of like with a more trained ear, with more insight and more of a kind of a nose to look, hear this and watch this woman look in this corner.
Okay.
So is this an everything's fine symbol for
Do-
people out of earshot?
Do I get the impression?
No, because I don't know.
Do I get the impression that she is missing the note because she's too busy kind of watching that door?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
Because the harpist is the lover of the one in the torture chamber, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's just eyeing the door where she thinks her.
16 on insight.
Okay. So you take inspiration for that, and yes, exactly that. She is watching that door, and there is a worried look on her face every time she kind of hits that sour note, either because she's remembering something or her mind wanders to a worst possible. There's kind of like a real kind of like a person who is at a job that they have to do and have to be at, but their mind is on a thing, a horror that is happening right now, and they can't do anything about it.
Okay. As I continue round, is this all kind of opened up as like there's no like keep outside or anything like that?
Ooh, what's your passive perception? 15 at the moment.
13.
13. Okay, sorry. Oh, so it's the other one. It's the other one. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. If I were to continue, because assuming this is all kind of the open area, if I were to continue round and then, as if I'm doing kind of a loop like that, which would take me into the darkness, can I keep an eye out both on what the guard does and what the person playing the instrument does?
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Yep. Worse.
Could I double check where the harpist is?
There.
That's that person, right?
That's,
Okay.
that's only 11 on perception, so...
On perception, cool. But as you're watching, kind of like moving through, the guard, as you kind of get close to the door, kind of like moves to kind of intercept you, like if you were going to go to the door. But as he sees you kind of like move around, he's just going to give you like a curt little like...
Yeah.
And you kind of like are beginning to pick up the conversations that are happening between kind of the guests in the middle. They have paid you no attention. It is very flirtatious, very kind of like they're very much kind of like trying to. You get the impression the employees are trying to get the customers to go into rooms
Gotcha.
With them.
Go for the private dances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, if depending on how long you guys take, I will probably just plonk myself in front of the fire because
Cool. Yeah,
not.
do that.
Warm your old bones?
Well, yeah, I am a lizard folk after all, so
You're gonna bask.
yes.
Yeah. It's fine.
Could I pulse detect thoughts?
Sure.
Not currently looking to read anyone's thoughts, just want to know what creatures there are within 60 feet.
In 60 feet.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm just
Does that let you
before
see
you tell
through
me
walls?
anything, I'm just going to double check if I need.
Why you're doing that?
if it's
Because
blocked
I've
by anything, but I don't
because
think
I've
it is.
absolutely failed my whiz save. With a 7, I will take a sip of the drink.
Ooh, okay. It goes down.
Almost
It is
absent-mindedly, doesn't realise that he's doing it, kind of thing.
It's thick and hearty. It is mixed with things. There is a hint of a wine that might have been in here at one point, but there are other things to get you drunker faster and more inebriated and more loose with your cash. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Ooh, yeah.
2 feet of rock would block it, or 2 inches of metal, a thin sheet of lead. But 2 feet of rock is actually quite a.
It's quite a
big
chunk.
wall, yeah.
I think you can see. So what did you roll on your phone?
6.
6. Okay. you are feeling intoxicated, far more than you should for a little sip, and you kind of just like a little bit woozy kind of thing. You effectively have the poison condition for that.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you
Would
will.
that affect Richtov?
Yes, they share a body.
He's going to be pissed.
Do you know the direction as well, or just
You know,
the
yeah.
Okay, so there is. You can sense desk
Goblin.
goblin technically. Two people.
Oh,
to
just
your
called desks.
Yeah,
aren't they?
desk. Yeah. Two people to the south. It's directly south of you.
Who are going to be?
Oh, they're going
The
to be
two
outside.
guards. Do you remember when I said
Yeah.
when the camera was going through? You also sense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people in the main hall.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It makes sense.
Yep. And then one person to the north of where Victor is.
Here. Okay.
You are not close enough to get all the way into the corner, just to let you know.
That's fair enough. Yeah. Query. What is our next course of action?
Leave. Be my vote.
I wouldn't blame you.
It's clear that they weren't the cause of the Maven's death. They may wish to take advantage of it, but
Information. It is not clear that they were not the cause of the Maven's death. They may yet still be involved.
I would say that it's unlikely that they were the primary cause of the Maiden's death.
Information. Correct.
I think it is unlikely that they were involved. The reason we came here was to try and find more about that crystal. But it seems like the customers are the best people to speak to rather than the staff here. And I'm not sure that that would be the most prudent course of action right now. I still want to find out what happened to my friend Craig.
if we're going to do that, now would be the best time, I suppose, when the audience is easy to receive.
Information. There are the fewest number of staff members and defenders of this place.
If you do not wish to be involved in what happens, then I will not hold it against you if you wish to.
I'm more than happy to help you. I don't think this furthers our mission for the Arbiters.
No,
It feels like a distraction.
I agree, but it is an opportunity that I don't think I will have again.
Information. For the first time, it would like to perform violence upon people.
Are you intending on performing violence upon this Alistair person?
Information. No. Information. We have been informed that Alistair and his partner are mages. Information. It would be disadvantageous and dangerous to attack them at this point. Information. It would still like to perform violence.
For any particular reason?
Information. It does not know.
Ah. Is this different to the violence you enacted upon that poor chap that we took back to the Arbiters?
Information. Yes. Information. It has been informed that that violence was rooted in fear. Information. This is different.
What is it motivated by, if not fear?
Information. Unknown.
Ah.
Okay. Glug,
What was that?
Health potion.
Ah, nice.
which gives me only 5.
I mean, you don't have like a short supply of them anymore, so.
But now that this one is used, I can return that.
Is that a regular one?
Just a regular one, yeah.
Can you give it back to him as I
Yeah, he's
pop
got like
out?
Just farm them through.
Thank you.
For the person you're with, basically, she will kind of, Louise, if you're gonna leave quickly. I'll help you kind of get out before, so that you don't, raise any suspicions. But if you're gonna stay, removing Sonia off the board, Maven would never okay it, but he's not here anymore, and she's real dangerous. I mean, she saw an opportunity to take out the Red Land, the Gilded Cage, she was going to take it in a second. If she's allowed to kind of do it again, she'll try again.
And you're telling me if we eliminate her, no one else will go after the Gilded Age?
I mean, there's always more
There's
people.
always people, right?
There's always more people, but
It'd set them back a bit, though.
Sonia's particularly nasty. I mean, you can get her in a situation where she's weak enough, Mirabelle will switch sides. I'm sure of it. She's just looking for an opportunity. There's something really weird about Sonia. I've never been able to pin down why everyone's so afraid of her. She's just a woman. There's something that makes all the rest of them real scared. But then there's a few out there that she's inspired. Yeah. Byrne, the guy I pointed out before. I think Sonia paid for him to transition, if I remember correctly. That's why he's fanatically loyal to her. Will not do anything else. And then I think Jin's at the guy over there. He's like a waiter. Yeah, so she's real dangerous, real violent, but for the people that she inspires loyalty, and they'll stay with her forever. So she's kind of dangerous on both sides of that coin.
If the Maven was still alive, I know you have spies and you were spying on each other, but was your relationship more or less at a stalemate?
Oh, between Sonia and him? Oh no, he was winning by miles. You see this place? It's a dump. Like, I mean, you ran into what? You ran into, they're selling stuff that they pick up off of the Lost and Found, basically. Death Goblin, that little game. You played the game, I assume?
I bought the game.
Oh, you bought her out, yeah. That's part of the reason that...
That was a killer line. The guy.
Can I give him my point of inspiration? Because that was fucking tight.
That is a good one. He's already got inspiration.
Yeah.
The game, and that's part of the reason, I mean, you did the odds, right? If you buy out the game, you just can make your money back easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's part of the reason they're kind of collapsing. Sonia is good for muscle, but she's not going to bring for business.
If they're this low, if they're this desperate, why would you advocate us to murder her?
Because Sonia's still really dangerous, and she will do something, because desperate people do dangerously stupid things. You ever corner a rat? You see what it does when it's cornered? She's a cornered rat.
It's still just a rat.
No, there's something about it. And she gets this kind of like feeling. She's like looking, she's kind of scratching. No, something about Sonia really scares the people.
Detect thoughts. Is she genuinely, is her surface thoughts that she's searching through and trying to work it out?
She's seeing like people, there are thoughts about like, she remembers the person that, Craig Bloom. She remembers him going in there, remembering him never leaving. And now that's not, in of itself, that's not that unusual in a criminal organization for somebody to go in some person, but for nothing to come back out, that's where it gets a little weird. It's like, what? Is there a body shoot or something like that, or is there what's happening? And it's like, and then there's things in her mind where she's kind of like, these things have happened before and again, and multiple times it has happened. Somebody's gone into that room and never come out again. She has herself never been in that room. She's just kind of like running through these things of like, all these people have walked into that room and have never come out again. And no body, no nothing. And she's trained to look for that kind of stuff of like, oh, if I can find a body, I can pin something on and get the green cloaks in here and deal with this. In a legal way. But she's not getting any of that.
Did you say that there were rooms up here?
Yes. There's a hallway there, yes.
A hallway there, okay.
Query. How would an audience normally be obtained with Sonia?
Ooh. Jin could get you one. Probably. He knows... He thinks Sonia has a kind of good heart. So, he could probably get you one. He might think Sonia's gone a little far. I think there was some kind of thing with them.
So which one was Jin again? Is that
one
the
man.
guy?
You should have the card. Oh, you have Jin's card. Here's Jin's card. Jin.
I think we'd seen the card last week, but
Yeah, which probably means it's in here somewhere. Or not. Oh, there's Celine.
Is that the Infernal that's looking at the dark
Yeah.
corner?
May as well take that one as well, because that's the work
where's the orc?
in the corner, in the dark spot. You
Oh,
can-
that's the. Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Oh, there's Jin. There's Jin.
So is that's Jin, and then
You've got these four in the centre.
you've got it like
So Burns there,
Mm-hmm.
next to Seraphina.
then we've got that. I'll move that there and then just like that.
Ooh. Yes, I think things that affect the body, I think mental effects will go away. So we need to specify.
Yeah, no worries.
That's how to do that.
So, if we can get into those rooms up north, there might be a way through into the torture chamber, and then you suspect that in the torture chamber there is a way through to the office that way as well.
I think so, yes. There's definitely a way into the office. I don't know. This place is really old, and there's some weird ways around things.
Can I just look around this room to see if there are any secret passages in here?
As you look around, yeah, go make an investigation check.
That's 12.
Well, there are several bottles of pear cider, cured meats, and there's this constant smell, and the kind of the various like floating invisible chefs basically are just kind of cooking and doing things. Occasionally they just stop.
Is that the Red Nose's pear drink?
It is? No, it's the other one.
The other one that was a competitor.
Yes.
Query, what are you doing?
I'm looking for secret passages in this room. If you see any secret passages, then please let me know, but without alerting any of the
20 in investigation.
workers here.
As you look around, you kind of like verify there are no secret passageways in here, but you do get the same kind of impression that she's kind of like giving you that this building is old, has been built on top of and into, and has been repurposed several times. Is very likely
Built
there
on
are,
top of.
like an old house kind of thing. Like sometimes,
But there might be a common basement between the rooms.
there could be, or there could be a sewer access that would let you get into it, or the walls could not be as solid as you think they are. There could be.
There is nothing in this room where bricks could be taken out, but there might be in other
But
rooms.
there might be in other rooms, yeah. Because it's like you'll see like bricks patterns, and then they'll shift to a completely different type of pattern, kind of as you go across.
Could we just legitimately go into one of those rooms up the top there?
Yeah. You want to exit the room?
Well, no, I'm asking her.
Like,
Is it normal for people to just let's say walk straight out of here and go straight to one of those rooms?
I mean, yeah. That's kind of the point of them.
Would they?
Ideally, you'd want to take one of. Well, technically, yes, if I went with you, yeah, I don't think anyone would bat an eyelid. I mean, the only people you really need to worry about in terms of watching you, and Drogar's not going to really watch anything except that door at the moment, is Drogar. Jin's not really that interested. Burns trying to get into Seraphina's pants, and I think that's probably true for everyone else out there. Nasara's probably trying to get into Alistair's. Mostly try to get to their coin pouchers.
Alright. Let's give that a go then.
Yeah. Okay,
Do you want to hold my hand?
Yes. Sure. That might sell it a bit. And yeah, she'll go out first, holding your hand.
I'm going to put more guidance on it.
Okay. So she kind of feels
Before
the
you,
warmth.
is there something that all four of us? Is it going to look odd if there's four of us following you?
Or is it that sort of place?
It could be that sort of place.
So she kind of goes, it is...
Technically,
it's-
3 people and a butler.
It is that sort of place. And
If
it
you
won't
hold her
look-
other hand.
It won't look that odd.
I carry this assorted basket of lubricants.
I was just thinking you'd watch.
No, he's there to help. You know?
Yeah.
Information. It is here to help.
Jesus. Okay.
Cursed.
Yeah, that's yeah. We'll do that, and then she'll hold both your hands and kind of lead you through. You'll pass by Celine. You'll see Victor as you go through. Strike you this way and this way. And
Where are the entrances? Is it like there?
it's a curtain,
The curtain
basically.
there.
So you'll pass through.
So if I get to there, does my detect thoughts now reveal more people?
I need to see how far away they are because they were right at the edge before. So right. Yep. So you gained. There's 2 more as you kind of move in. You'll pick one as you just kind of like right as you exit the door, and then another one as you kind of like go a little further, and it's like just like bink, and you pick up another one. I assume you don't get any surface lights because you have to see them to get the surface. You just get like.
So I can ping location for anyone within 60 feet with
Sure.
if they're not got to 2 feet of rock, or the other things. I have to see someone to get their surface thoughts, and then I have to use an action to make them to make a save, which alerts them to get any deeper thoughts.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you get the ping that there are now 2 extra people. Oh shit! Actually, there might be more. You also get 2 more.
This door?
Yes, actually, that one down there.
Okay.
2 more thoughts.
I like sense the minds, basically, rather than read thoughts.
Okay, in that case, the 2 that are down here in this bottom bit, they feel more alien than the rest of them. There's kind of a... What's the best way of describing this? It's like... It's like they're on a different wavelength. They're slightly off. They're very,
Would it
very
be
different than the
How
rest of them.
my mind works, or
No, this is like... Does your dog have a mind?
I would say...
Like, would it register as detect thoughts as a creature? The raven does,
It's got a
doesn't
stat block.
it? It's more like the raven. And like his dog.
it's like a summoned creature of some variety.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
His raven's
Raven
different.
is not a summoned
The
creature.
raven isn't a summoned creature, but there is something weird about him. And there is definitely something weird about the dog.
Although
It's
I've
got a
not
stat block.
resummoned the dog since.
But it's more like the
perished.
What people have seen. So
Yeah.
would people have seen any other summoned creatures like familiars on wizards going through the city, or?
Probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more like one of those.
Okay.
2 of them, actually.
Can I attempt to nonchalantly follow them as they go out?
Make if you're trying to do nonchalant, make me a stealth check.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, you kind of like stumble out of the chair, and before no one has paid you any attention, with the loud noise and the kind of like more hushed tones of the conversations, all 5, 6 people kind of look at you as they try.
So, tripped on the chair, and yeah, I don't know.
And they go, they kind of shake their heads. Make me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Or performance or something like that nature.
Okay, well, it's a disadvantage, but the first one was a 1.
Oof. Yeah, you're all your skill choices because you're poisoned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Some people
yeah,
just
they kind
can't
of
hold
just
their
like
drink.
they just kind of like yeah. You watch Drogar move down in front of the door.
Can I, as things return to normality, can I get Alistair's surface thoughts?
Alistair service slots. So that's going to be an interesting one. So let's see. Let me double check something real quick on Alistair Montgomery.
Do I want to know?
No. Absolutely not.
So you get the thoughts of something like. Let's see. You hear. There's a girl in front of me. She is faith-touched, I think. The most unusual ones here. I wonder what her core magics are. I wonder what she can do.
Is that talking about
yeah,
Sarah?
Night and Sarah, yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what I can make her do.
Cool.
It's kind of this kind of like core undercurrent of that kind of thought. Cool.
So I'm going to say over to Victor. We're retiring for a brief moment. There are some rooms up here. Maybe you should sleep it off while we're busy.
Sure.
So that conversation happens, and you all are led into the hallway. Moving this many people. Okay. Where does Victor go?
He will follow them.
Oh, very well. Curtain closes behind you. Do you do anything at this point?
Well, presumably the doors would have occupied on them.
All of them are empty.
Okay.
However, Raylan and Monica, passive perception 15, as you enter this...
16 now.
Oh, 16 now. Ooh.
Oh, yes!
You enter a long, dark hallway and walls of stone and black marble floors. The floor is littered with rose petals, giving off a sweet aroma. More erotic paintings adorn the walls, but are hardly visible in the dim torchlight which reflect along the marbled floors. Along the northern wall are 3 doors, each leading to one of the rooms used by the courtesans of the Rose. Thought that was lower. Never mind. You come into the room, come into the hallway. She will stop and say, "The wall there. That's the one. That if it's where I think it is, the torch room is right beyond that wall there."
Something pointing it.
Yeah, that one there.
Can I once again check for secret passages now that Monica's pointed it out?
Yeah, make an investigation or perception check.
I'd like to also... You said there are portraits along the wall, right?
There are portraits on the wall, and including the wall that is where...
I would like to look at the eyes of those portraits to see if any of them look like they could have the eyes moved.
Sure. Because you specifically asked for that. Did you roll?
I have a question. Do you remember if I used my coin last session?
You did, yes.
Okay, in that case I got a 1.
You have your inspirations though, because you didn't get that.
Let me, before you do that,
Yeah.
because you specifically asked for that, as you're looking at the eyes specifically, the eyes to that wall, the painting on the wall that she just pointed out, there is no eyes there, and it looks like it goes through.
People is facing this wall. No, there are no secret passages here.
Yeah. Nope, there are not. Yes, of course. And I think with advantage because of the nature of your change.
19.
You kind of sober and center, and you're fine.
Cool.
Whatever they did is not as effective as it should have been. Yes, you notice these holes.
Okay.
How tall is Monica?
Can I put this in here?
Just average height.
I think I had her at like 5'6".
5'6". Okay, she's tall. The eyes were slightly above your eye line. You need to kind of like boost yourself up to see through it. Raylan,
Can I peer
Yeah, you
down?
just kind of like peer down. So, Raylan, this is what you see. You look inside, and in the center of a room, tied to a chair, is a Corrigan man. He looks badly injured, and his eyes are cast downwards, his muscles slack. Blood drips from multiple lacerations across his chest and back and pools at his feet. The corpses of strange creatures are pressed into the corners in positions of anguish and pain. In northwest corner of the room is an odd impression in the wall indicating a doorway. As you can see it from the side. And dunk, 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 dunk.
Whoosh.
He is not in a good way.
You said there were dead creatures in the corners?
Yeah.
What kind of creatures?
Braylon, do you want to make me a Arcana check?
14.
14. You don't know. They look like maybe demons, maybe devils, maybe angels. Yeah, the skulls, the bits, the pieces, they're like weird things. You're not sure what they are.
Query.
Oh.
Are we able to pass through to the other side?
Where is the door in or whatever the...
So the door is on the opposite side to where you are. These are just eye holes that you see into the torture chamber.
Yep.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, when my spirit has done the fiery teleportation stuff, it has been loud.
Yes.
Do I think that I could muffle that sound if I concentrated?
I think to get the answer to that question, make me a nature or arcana check. You can substitute wisdom because you're trying to understand how your magic works.
Okay, so this is a +4 rather than a +3 for either of them.
Sure.
I am going to use my point of inspiration to re-roll that natural 1.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good shout.
Oh yes, 22.
22. You think it might be possible. You think the strain would be exceptionally difficult. You think to do it without cost or consequence would be doable, but you would have to roll very, very well. I'm going to tell you flat out mechanically you need to beat a DC 25 on the same kind of check. However, you think that if you accepted an amount of strain, a level of exhaustion, the DC would go down to 18.
Information. If you would like to pass through this wall, it is capable of making that happen.
That's a better plan than what I had.
Does it look like the private room also shares a wall with the torture chamber?
The one above you? Yes.
Yeah. Information. We should proceed into the private room, draw the curtain, and I will cast the spell. It will cast the spell. Gotta keep itself accountable.
Is people able to look through the...
Yeah. If you lift me up like a baby.
Yeah, he was very small.
Would you like me to make the arcade, yeah?
Yeah.
Before we attempt entry, is there any wards protecting this person from escape?
Detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
And a 15 on this check to see what the creatures are.
So, looking at the skulls and other odd things, a lot of this just appears to be nothing more than theater to inspire terror. It's
Okay.
None of it's real.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of costume monster bits.
The thing you do notice is when you cast detect magic, there is some kind of spell cast on the area specifically. It is shoot.
Is it the alarm spell?
Illusion.
Illusion.
Is it covering the entirety of the room, or just where this person...
The entirety of the room is covered in this spell. Though I did not think that this spell was that class, so I'm very confused. But that's what it is. It's an odd one.
Going insane. Spells, there it is.
But there is an illusion spell cast on the area.
Okay. Information. There is an illusion spell cast in the interior of the torture chamber.
If I peek up and look through myself, and now that I know that there is an illusion spell, can I perceive any kind of irregularities? I know that you've said that you didn't think the spell worked that way, so I'm assuming no, but I'd still want to check anyway.
In order to bypass an illusion the way you're talking about, you need to interact with it directly.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
I thought it was just a case of if you know that
It will
if you
say
know
in
that
the
there is an
spell
illusion.
description rather than anything else.
Major image. This is close enough to. I'm trying to think about. Blah 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 blah. You can. Okay. Make an investigation check.
What does your scroll do?
Information. It will create a portal through this wall for 1 hour.
16.
16?
Useful.
That's enough. You see that all of the little weird things in the corners are actually just illusions. You now can see through them. You see them through as an image. You still see them, but they are there as well. I should also point out there are multiple illusion spells cast in this area. Multiple. So they're all illusion, though. All of them, every single one. But
All of them are major image or minor illusion or something.
something
similar.
along those lines, yeah.
Hallucinatory terrain.
Could be one of those. You're not sure. You can't tell power levels. You just tell.
But they are all intended to inspire fear by their physical appearance.
Yes.
And are they masking anything?
No, you can see everything through it, so you see nothing underneath it that would lead you to believe that there's something dangerous in there.
Could I attempt to make the same check? To see if I would still pick up any other skeins of illusion magic other than...
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Is it investigation, yeah? 18.
18, that's more than enough. You see through all the illusions. However, the thing you notice, as you're being held up by the ring like a baby, is...
Yes, Brad?
is you also see that there is one spell in the room that isn't tied to any of the things in the corner. There's an illusion spell that's sitting on the room itself. That's kind of like just hovering there.
Information. There is an additional illusion spell. Information. It does not know what it does.
The person inside, are they an illusion?
No.
Query. Do you know what kind of spells would be... I'll speak to the waitress. Query. Do you know what kind of spells would be cast into the torture chamber?
If we're going to keep on this conversation, let's head into the room.
Oh, I assumed we were, because...
No, because we need to get the portraits in the corridor, so...
Yes.
Unless we walk in here and there's another portrait in here.
Let's go into the other room, because that's just a curtain.
I assume we've been talking quietly.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
God, so free Bob's that.
Uh-oh.
Can't see. Yeah. Into the room. And you shut the door behind you, I assume.
Yes.
So you go in there, and what was your question? Sorry.
What kind of defences might there be on the torture chamber?
On the torture chamber, maybe she'd have put something like an alarm spell or something of that nature. I don't know.
Have you seen into that room before?
No, I don't want to see into that room. If I'm honest, if you see into that room, you're in a lot of trouble.
It's more whether we can ascertain what's different about it. Since
I mean, the thing is, given its location, even with the stone walls, you'd hear him.
Silence?
Could be. I mean,
can I go back out to the...
yeah. So you just kind of like want to look out, and as you come out, you see Celine comes out from the other side. So you come out one door, she
The
comes out
harpist.
Yeah. She sees you, and there's a moment of like, we've kind of like caught each other in some kind of, you're both doing maybe something wrong, but nobody's sure what to say. So
Is she coming in or she's
leaving? Going in towards the, she came through the curtain at the same time you came out.
Was she heading in the direction of the portrait?
No.
Is she the one who... She's the one
So
who's
the harpist,
worried
right?
about
Yeah.
the...
She's the other half of the...
She's the one who's
guy.
worried about the guy who's in the room, yeah?
Hey.
Hi.
All done with whatever with your activities then? Did you
I think we were looking for another if you'd like to join us.
see?
Wait, are you
So
in
you,
the
so you kind
corridor
of like
as well?
pop around the corner.
No, the door is open though.
Yeah, the door is
Oh,
open.
okay,
We're in the room and the door is open.
Me, my dog, my lizard folk, and my creepy robot butler saw you across the bar. We like your vibe.
Jesus.
And I am going to, whilst I'm saying that, I'm going to put my finger to my lips
Right.
and go and just put my thumb towards the torture chamber area.
Make me persuasion check.
So good at that.
Hit.
12.
So you're the one who came out, though. She goes, I mean, I can't really refuse, sweetheart, but okay. She kind of starts walking towards that direction. Raylan, make an insight check.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh. You get the feeling that she's trying to figure out how to bolt without... You were too close. Like, she felt like you were going to grab her, or at least be capable of that. So she's kind of like, I need to figure out how to get away from this, but I don't know how yet. She doesn't appear to have gotten the message that that Monica was putting down. So you might be able to do something to fix this, but you've got like a quick action to do it. And so I guess, what do you say? But she does look scared.
Just remind me, in character, we have not seen her doing the slow notes towards the door. We know
Victor
that
has.
Victor has.
But we were told by the informant that she is sweet on the person who is being tortured.
Yes.
Yeah, because she said it in as many words. That's who he was buying the ring for.
Yeah.
Can you answer a question for me?
And like she stops immediately because she's like walking for it, and there is a relief of like, oh, thank God I don't have to go in there yet. Yeah, of course, sweetie. Yes, what?
I can tell you're on edge.
Yes.
Feels like that's going around this evening.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely going on edge. Everyone everywhere is on edge at the moment.
If you had to choose, would you choose the Red Lantern, or would you choose Richard? What's the name of
the cage?
No. The name of her partner.
Sonia or Mirabelle, or
the one that she's worried about in the talk.
Merrick.
Or Merrick.
She kind of, with that name. Oh, sweetie, Merrick every time.
We're about to free him. Would you like to join us?
I'll do you one better. She kind of reaches into her cloak and pulls out a scroll. I had this for a while. Got this from a Davy lamp. Says he can walk through walls with it. Can you get him out? That's not the same one.
Oh!
She pulled out a different one. If I could get
Have you learned these spells?
No, that's 5th level.
Oh.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
She hands it to Raylan. If you can get him out, I'll be most grateful to
that's a unique one, isn't it?
that one specifically. The version that is different, yes.
So it's like water walking, but
Stone walk lets you walk straight through stone walls for a very, very long period of time.
One person or a group?
You could.
Cannot remember. It says on the spell. It's somewhere. And she doesn't know either.
information. This scroll will allow all of us to walk through there for an hour.
Well, then, as long as you can get him out. I mean, I want to come with you after you're finished, though, because I don't think I'll be welcome here, because Sonia will do something horrible to me if I stick around.
Do me a favour.
Yeah?
See that painting there?
Yeah.
Look through the eye hole.
She kind of like, all right, and gets up on her tippy toes, looks through the...
Those are the stakes to which we play for tonight.
Just get him out. Just get him out. Just get him out. You can do it, right? You... Why are you here? Oh, no, I don't care. I don't care anymore. Just please get him out. He's a damn fool boy.
And I will palm her
Ooh.
this.
Ooh.
If there's trouble, please.
Is
Yeah,
it a
okay.
grenade?
Might be.
Yeah, I can.
What level is stonewalking? Like third?
Oh, we'll see.
Or do you want me to make an Arcana check to that effect? If any?
It will tell you on this, on the scroll itself. It shall show you. You can look at.
I
This
can read it without. Yeah.
I think so. Jesus, I can't remember which ones are which.
Ah.
Just as I prepared explosive runes. Pupil.
No.
I don't think it does. Transmutation 30 feet. Material from.
Can I look at the symbol?
Of course.
Of course you know by the symbol.
Fourth.
Okay.
The symbols mean things.
We watch the same TikTok spread.
Yeah. It's remembering how they work and
Yeah.
doing the math for it, and like, yeah.
Cool. You want me to pop a
Right,
scroll,
I did the
lads?
math right.
Keep them entertained.
I can do that. I can keep the harp going for a bit. Yeah. Okay. So you're just gonna pull them out. How are you gonna get out of here? Because you're gonna go through that door, and then what?
Oh, we have options.
Oh, never mind. Don't want to know. How do I use this? I'm just gonna holds it.
It's a little ring thing here.
Yeah.
Only pull that when
All right.
necessary.
Gotcha. Alright.
She's gonna be holding it. You didn't tell her to let go.
Pull pin.
Pull, pin, and throw. Okay, so what do I do with the big?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's
something fell off of it as well.
Alright. Okay. I'll go back and start. I'll keep playing the harp. I'll do a better job this time though, I think. Going. Goes back out.
What level is that one?
Is this passway?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the other
Passwall,
one.
actually.
Passwall is the original one I showed you before. This
That's
one
fifth.
is the.
That's fifth.
That's fifth. Okay, cool. Interesting.
That one's harder to read because it doesn't use a standard what's it called? Shape.
Yeah, cool. Shall we?
It was a standard
Jen?
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm gonna stone a passwall into
shape.
the.
You need to make the check.
I do need to make a check.
So which one are we using? We're using the
I'm
one that
using-
she's given us.
I'm using the non-unique one. Passwall, the one I got from the mage.
The one that you'll be able to replace eventually, hopefully.
Yes, indeed.
Not that. Where'd it go?
What do I need to get?
Oh, no.
It's 10 plus the spell's level, so 15.
15. I got a 19.
So the spell goes off, the scroll kind of, and then it goes forward, snaps onto the surface, and does it become a door?
The passage appears at a point of your choice that you can see on a wooden, plaster, or stone surface, such as a wall, ceiling, or floor within range and lasts for the duration.
Passage. So it goes, and then you can see into the room. I can't make that happen, so
That's fine. Okay, so I
You
am
can
going
delete
to.
the wall thing. Yeah. Does this person react to that happening?
which person?
The one in
Merrick.
the chair, Merrick.
No, he is in a very bad way.
Can
I
I?
would like to. I was going to say before anyone goes in, just take a small rock
bearing.
or something or ball bearing.
Ball bearing.
I just want to toss it into the room and listen to see if it makes a clink or if anything happens.
When you toss it into the room, it makes no noise whatsoever.
Cool. Can I stealth and hide in the corridor in case someone's coming into this room?
As in back the way we came.
Yeah.
Sure. Make stealth check.
Well, we think you may be going further though and taking out leadership. Rickdog, we might be going further in.
In that case, he will abort what he's about to do. And we'll,
Is he walking with a cane right now?
No.
I did it.
Yeah.
There's now a hole.
I'm going to go put a healing potion in that man.
Okay. You walk up. As pupil crosses the boundary, there's and he just stops making any noise as he goes in.
Finally.
No query.
No more queries.
Because people doesn't even have lips, so you can tell that it's talking to
Oh,
you.
that's so weird.
Also, people can't hear us badmouth it now.
So
People has a grill.
as the potion kind of goes down, you see the wounds across this man's arms and biceps and back kind of like knits and shut, and then he kind of like his eyes kind of looks up.
Big flesh eye, finger on the lips.
There's an intake and breath, but you don't hear anything. You just see the kind of.
Could I make a suggestion that Pupil has like a little a soft light that lights up behind the grill when Pupil does speak?
Okay.
Also,
Not even like that. It's just like an information desk light going on.
Cool. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. And that lights up, and then it will try and untie him.
He's chained, not tied.
Thieves' tools.
Cool. Yeah.
Proficientist. 19. Is that plus dex?
Yes.
21.
That's more than enough. And you kind of like, and the things falls to the ground. Make no noise as the things kind of hit the ground. Yeah, you've got him free. He kind of like looks around, sees what's happening.
Can he see Celine from here?
No, because she went back into the.
She went back to
Yeah, she's playing harp to keep people distracted.
She's told to play the harp and throw a bomb.
If you have
Come what may of that.
If you have a problem, just throw a Molotov cocktail.
and then you have a totally different problem. Fuck.
So, just so that I can visualise it, so we're in this room and we've moved across into that one?
Only Pupil has gone into that room too. There's a warded room. Can you bring the token enough so we can... There we go. Yeah.
Right.
Pupil's in there, the
Pupil's
rest of
there,
us are in
the rest
this
of us
room.
kind of in there. The silence is this room.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And there is a doorway on this wall here somewhere as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Oh, in that
you can
case-
kind of see it. It's like right there.
In that case, Richtov is stood by the door.
Okay. As you pass through the kind of
Yeah.
like from the threshold, you kind of and it disappears and like the sound vanishes.
Can I listen out to see if I can hear anything on the other side of the door?
That's so weird. Yes, make a perception check.
Because I don't know if sound would actually get through.
I hate this about like trying to figure this out because when I tried to figure this out for like if you're in the middle of a darkness spell, can you see outside of the darkness spell? And I'm like,
No, I would argue.
no, yeah, yes.
I think the
intention is
sane intention for it is that it is like a cloud of ink.
yes. That's the only interpretation I could work out. Where it's like I think that's the way this
Silence
film
has to work like deafness, or nothing makes sense ever.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same kind of thing. You hear.
Yeah, I would say that
nothing.
you can't.
Yeah.
If you're in it, you can't hear anything outside.
Yeah, it's still very like darkness must be.
On the other hand, could the perception check be to find the bit of the door that's slightly outside the silence spell?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Or hold your hand against it and feel if there are vibrations making it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Talking.
suggest.
That was how
yeah.
Beethoven used to play music. He had like a thing attached to it.
He had a bone conduction. He used to put his chin on it and do it like this.
And apparently it got really bad and he had to bite down on it.
Oh dear. It's 18 on the perception to see.
You find the secret door easily enough. You can see where it is.
Cool.
It's right there. Like right in front of you, basically. I
Cool.
think if I open it, it's gonna.
Yeah, don't open it yet. I will draw my weapon and wait.
I have a readied action to enchanting gaze on. Do I know what Sonia looks like?
You don't.
I will, in that horrible dot matrix printer writing, hold up to Merrick. Please describe Sonia. A request. Please describe Sonia. Pen and paper.
Oh. He's bright red hair, bright red dress,
And then
piercing green
Mirabelle.
eyes. And he writes, big. big.
Just big, just the word big.
Big lady.
I love that.
Big lady.
Yeah, great, love that. Yeah, my it'll be in that case. I'll be enchanting gaze. What I understand to be Sonia, which is a lady with a red dress and red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Does the secret door have a keyhole or anything like that you
No,
could?
you can just. You feel like with that perception check, you feel like you can just push it open and it will go. And move.
So we have any way of seeing through it without opening it?
Nope.
And there are two ways into it, right? There's that secret way.
Well, there's two ways now.
We open a hole here. Then there is a door that you are stood beside, and that is the only normal entrance.
So it's
right
not
in.
it's not behind the fireplace, as in there's a secret door through the fireplace. It's just physically the other side of the
Physically
fireplace.
That makes.
I
yes.
I
Okay, yes.
sorry.
do well with that one as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So the only way in technically is through an office, which is somewhere around here.
Okay.
I imagine there's a corridor goes up here, and there's the office here or something.
There's something, yeah. So you're either on the other side of the office or something else.
Sorry, because I was out of the room. Did you feel the vibration of someone talking on the other side?
If you do that, you don't feel anything moving or shifting or anything like that. Which wants to do something. I don't know what it is, though.
I'm trying to think how I would communicate with people.
Mm.
Can I minor illusion a scroll?
The picture of a scroll? Or a scroll?
Can I minor illusion and in front of me appears a piece of paper with writing on it?
Yeah,
You just mind illusion the writing, my guy.
that's true.
Yes, floating in the air. Just
Query, can you
up?
detect people on the other side of the door? Because I know you've got detect thoughts. Popping.
Does that tell you exact location or just direction?
I will need to check my papers. I will have lost detect magic in that case.
Okay.
Does it detect everyone's thoughts?
it doesn't detect thoughts.
I'm saying it's
when
not
you're
costing
paying
you
just
to cast this.
the locations.
Oh, okay.
It cost me to cast detect magic with a slot earlier. It won't cost me anything to cast detect thoughts.
Okay.
You're using from an item.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you've got
Good.
the.
That's
I
very
have,
good.
I have it
because
at
you
will.
can't cast that in this room anyways.
What, detect thoughts?
You couldn't
It's got a
cast it
verbal
from the spell
component.
because it's got a verbal component.
Yeah,
Anything with a verbal
Oh,
component is
that's
gonna
why
be-
I've got enchanting gaze as the ready action rather than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Brad. It's 30 feet and not 60 feet on.
Oh, okay.
I will. Yeah.
What is that, the super duper version?
Oh, sorry. I
It
missed.
just says you detect them. You don't know direction or anything.
Detect the presence. Once you detect the presence of a creature in this way, you can read its thoughts for the rest of the duration as described above, even if you can't see it, but it must still be within range.
Oh.
Which I didn't know.
So you can detect them,
Yeah.
but you don't know where they are. You
I
just
don't know where they are, yeah.
In 30 feet with you. Okay.
Mm.
So you know... Oh, this is going to be real tight. You
I'll go
cannot
up to the
detect
door.
anyone. So you go up to the door. No, don't do that. There we go. I spun you. That's my fault.
Oh no.
You can
Like a
detect
rat, baby rat.
two people. You can detect as you move towards the door. You get two
You can
additional
begin
people.
to get so that's where
That's how you can figure out
that's how you
distance,
can
right?
figure out distance and location is because as you move physically closer.
Yeah, and people smart enough or methodical enough, I guess would be better way of putting it, of kind of right. You detect somebody to kind
It's
of
a triangle.
both to the west, two people to the west, one person further north than the other one. Do you want to detect either of their thoughts and read their surface thoughts?
Yes, please.
The closer person, the surface thoughts are kind of like, we should just kill that fucking American bitch. He's probably a spy and he won't. We tried 3 truth serums, the Zona truth and everything else, and he just resists all of the lot of them. Just fucking murderer. And then another one, I don't think it was that Merrick boy. There is somebody spying on me. I don't know who it is, though. Oh well. I wonder if it has something to do with that letter I got. Oh well. At least the Maven's gone now, and I can deal with them all at the same time.
People will be again printing the the transcript of the conversation as well.
Yeah. But there also seems to be this kind of like crossover conversation between the two of them.
Because they're talking and they're also thinking and they're also...
They're trying to figure out just kill... Like, there seems to be a conversation that's undercurrent of, like, their two opposing thoughts of Merrick's not anything new, or we should just kill him, and it's like that kind of thing. So you're trying to figure out which one's which kind of thing.
So,
The coin.
I thought you'd lost a dice. I'd have rolled all the way over here.
No.
It rolled far.
Yeah, that it did. So
I will kind of put my hand in the air, like, and do like a thumbs up, thumbs down, kind of while looking round at everyone, implying, do we go? Do we not go?
Okay, we just looking at.
Brennan will just go.
Then you will look to Monica.
Okay, I'll go to you get 2 seconds, and I'll come up to this guy, and I will help him out of the chair, bring him back into the room outside the silence.
okay. As you kind of like cross the boundary, he kind of looks at you as he realizes kind of what's happening. He understands that the room was silence because, oh, thank you. Must have been most helpful to me to get me out of there. And the potion from your weird friend was mighty appreciated.
I hold the jar up to Brilliant. Can I get a refill?
Okay. Okay, get into the bed and rest for a minute. We will be back to escort you out properly. Your girlfriend is currently running a distraction in the main room, keeping people...
Alright. That seems risky, but okay. Sure. Whatever.
she wanted to help, and it was the safest thing for her to do.
Oh.
Would you rather in here?
I'd rather be out of here, but I can't exactly do that with crossing this thing. Look at me as I am. No way I'll get across that fast.
So just sit here, rest up for a bit. What can you tell us about what's been going on?
I've been tortured for the last couple of hours, days. I'm not sure. There's no clocks in there, obviously. What is you doing? But
Right,
what do you want to know?
okay. First of all, have you seen anyone who looks like this?
A couple of weeks back, maybe something like that. Yeah, some come in, go into Sonia's office, no come back out.
No more information. Okay.
Nope. Sorry.
Back to Detective Monica.
Okay. That's a bit strange, but I've seen weirder. So what else do you want to know?
Monica just looks at the temporary portal in the wall.
Look, whatever.
Could I check for secret passages in here?
In the room, yeah.
Body shoots, etc.
Sure.
I rolled that one. 18.
Sure. Besides the one that Victor Richtov is standing in front of, no, there are no other secret passages.
Okay, so they've been
Whatever
told.
you're gonna do is gonna do it quick, because I imagine Celine, I love her to bits, but she's no spy, and she's not exactly stable.
We asked her to play the harp. You telling me she can't do that?
She can do that, yeah. Yeah, for a while. But if she's got other things on her mind, she'll get distracted quite quick, and she might do something silly. So
We're not looking to hang around.
good. That's a smart plan by any standards.
Alright. Well, just wait here.
Yep. Can't go much else.
Quick mechanical question.
Sure.
Is flipping the coin a free action?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I had to think about what coin you meant. But
Sorry, yes, this one.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. There's a lot of coins flying around.
Yeah. Because I was staring at it, so I'm like, clearly everyone knows what I'm looking at. No, it's not how that works.
It's the coin of good and evil.
People is going to get Joe's favourite boy out.
Ooh. The Stegosaur.
Okay. Has Monica joined?
Yeah, Monica will now move up
Okay.
to join the others. Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
Sorry.
What are you dragging right now? Very specifically, when you ask for a bottle, Brennan just goes no.
Fair enough.
Hey, Louise.
Oh, so did you ask everyone for a bottle?
I just but all I did was literally just go to Raylan and go show Raylan the empty potion bottle that I poured into the dude.
Yeah. Use your disappointed look and go.
And you see the light up.
Sad light.
No, confused.
Oh, confused light.
Okay. Can I stealthily open the door?
Stealth check.
You
Yep.
get advantage because of silence.
It changes the perception check.
Yeah,
From the
becomes
other
a
side.
visual to a.
Yeah. Go.
So
Yeah, make a stealth check.
okay.
No, finish.
So the I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. There we go.
Very specific you problem.
Yeah. So the first roll was 12, 18 on stealth. Am I happy with that? Yes.
Right, positioning wise, is it directly opposite from where I'm standing? So I can just continue to see straight forward.
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
You just see there.
Okay,
Do you want to be closer or do you want to be just like that far back?
I'm happy with it being in the non-silent room. at
In the
moment.
non-silent room. Cool.
Yeah.
You open the door, and inside you do not see an office. You see a bedroom.
Okay. Perception check.
So, let me give you the description of the room first.
Oh, sorry.
There's a large bed with a crimson red sheets and skulls dominates the center of the room. At the head of the bed, inlaid within the walls, is a large portrait of an erotic scene with many interwoven bodies and a sea of pleasure. The portrait is flanked by two heavy silk curtains, one of which you're coming out from behind of. The walls are made of stone, and there is a small bookshelf and wardrobe to the north and a cabinet to the south. That's what you see. And what did you want to do?
Perception check.
I would also like to perception check.
When I make this perception check, I will be poking my head out through the door so I can hear things.
Sure.
And presumably see around the corner. That is not a good.
21 for me.
24.
Yeah,
So as you kind of like peek through the two, so you're also peeking your heads through.
Scooby-Doo style.
So yeah, Scooby-Doo style. The whole three.
Good thing we're all different heights.
Indeed, actually, it does work really nicely. As you kind of like, you don't hear anything.
Yeah.
The two of you hear a kind of muffled conversation. You know that kind of thing where you hear like, where you hear people through doors and you're kind of like, there's words happening, but you don't know exactly the thing. There's somebody talking beyond this door here. Boop. Don't know what that. You see nothing there. Beyond that door there.
Beyond this door here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Somebody is talking. With those high perception checks as well. What else do you see?
If I peek under the bed,
There's nobody under the bed.
but there's also no like secret exits under the bed or anything.
Nope. The cabinet contains a collection of scrolls that you can see.
I'll tap pupil and point to those.
And the room smells of lavender and rose petals.
The bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it's attached to the wall? In that it might move. It might actually be a false wall doorway thing.
There's
Can
just a
I
bookshelf.
step into the room?
Sure. We'll carry that stealth check over from earlier, so 18.
Okay, cool.
So you stealth into the room. You see there's the large door right in front of you where the voices are coming from.
Which I can't hear the voices, but there's only one door.
Yeah, so there's a door there. And as you enter the room, you can hear them more clearly. So,
Oh, okay, so I can
Once
now
you're
hear the
out of
voices.
this room, you
Yeah.
can hear them.
Yes, okay. Can I search for any hidden doors?
Make an investigation check.
4.
You don't find any hidden doors of any kind.
I will also stealth check in if I can.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Ooh. 11.
Cool.
Do I want to inspiration?
I don't know, do you?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
16 now.
Okay. As you move into the room, you are quiet and stealthy. Boop.
Once two of them go in, I will then just walk straight through the room, so I'm standing at the back of the other room.
Do you want to make a stealth check?
Monica's rooming in the silence for now. She's not feeling very stealthy.
12.
Do the scrolls in the cabinet look magical?
Yes, they are magical scrolls, yeah.
Okay, then I will see if I can retrieve them.
Meanwhile, I will stand by the door.
Oh, that's. But it was because Rich. It doesn't
It's
fit
too
in the
big
boxes,
for the box.
yeah.
Also, Rich can't use it, so if anyone... Raylan can't use it, so if anyone wants it.
What's it do?
Lots of shit.
Yeah. It's
a long one, that one.
Why can Raylan not use it?
He has all his achievement slots used up.
Crucially, people can't detect magic to find out what these are for free, so I'll need to
Those three.
have a look.
What'd you say? Calm emotions.
Calm emotions. I think it's Augury. I think.
What was his name?
Yes, that one.
It's.
Ooh.
It is a portable inhalation popping engine.
Or, for short, the portable engine.
Augury, blur, and calm emotions. Plus a few extra bits.
That pipe does a lot of things.
Oh, they're two of the same.
Yeah, there's two of each.
Are they?
Cliff of Warding and Clairvoyance.
Oh!
Okay.
I can take the pipe for now. I'm happy to pass.
Monica and Raylan in the room. They pass perception of 15. You all of a sudden notice something. The voices in the other room have stopped. And you hear the door begin to open. What do you do in this exact moment?
Given that I'm stood physically at the door, can I make the argument that I would see the door opening?
Are you going to be here?
That's where we've moved.
That's where I've moved.
Oh, okay.
I have no interest in the scrolls.
Where
I
is the
stood at
scroll
the door
thing?
Right where your pupil is. In
Right
the
there,
corner.
in
Yep.
the corner.
because I don't hear it, but I would see the door.
Yes, you see the door, yeah. Sure. So you have this
Has
is
Monica
like
come
a
in?
second to do something.
Monica is in the room.
Like give you an action, basically.
Yeah.
I will close the door behind us.
Oh, the secret door.
Yes.
Sure.
And what? The hand that's opening the door. What does it? Is it?
It's more like the knob is shaking.
Oh, okay.
Like it's about to open.
It just turns and everything goes into bullet time.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ready an action to stab the person on the other side of the door?
Sure. That's your action.
Still got my ready action for Enchanted Gaze for Sonia.
Okay. That's going to be real fucking interesting. Raylan?
Yeah.
Oh, you close the door.
I
That's
was
right.
gonna say,
Sorry. My bad. Monica.
I am going to ready an action to summon my dog.
Oh.
Okay. So this is going to be very, very interesting as to what occurs. So. I need to figure out how this resolves. This issue.
Yes.
So, I also need to figure out which way the door opens.
That's a very good point.
Also, I'm looking to potentially summon the dog on the other side of the door as
It
well.
would be this way. The door opens towards them, not towards you guys, but towards them. So when they open it, you'll get a brief second where you can see them for a second, which is why you get the kind of like not surprise round, but more like because they're aware of you and you're aware of them. It's more like
there was an
ready
alarm
for
spell
them.
or something on the
Or
scrolls.
one of you made too much noise.
Yeah.
So, as the door opens, this is who you see, and who, unfortunately, for their very poor descriptions, did not help you identifying who they were.
It's only going to be fucking Craig.
Sonia and Mirabelle.
Oh
As
my.
you see them open the door, as Sonia sees people in her room,
Amazing.
her hair
Amazing.
grows and begins to move on its own and looks like snakes.
Oh no.
And as you look at her and she stares back at you, So you're both going to make the save at the same time, and because you're all looking.
Oh boy. Well, that's fun.
So yeah, this is probably the one creature. This exact ability is the worst.
Worst thing to use on Johnson Gaze. Yeah. I'm fine with it.
Okay, so
What's the
right.
saving throw?
I believe it's a con save, and all of you are going to make that first.
I just rolled I'm really glad I just rolled a d12 by accident because that was a 7. Natural 20.
So you are fine.
What save is this?
This is a gaze attack, a Constitution saving throw.
21.
You are fine.
21. I've got a natural 19.
You are also fine.
Go on, Ryan. You got
An unnatural 20.
Oh!
All four of you have resisted a Medusa's gaze.
It's fine.
You are not immune to it, but it does mean that you at least cannot. In subsequent rounds, you may decide to avert your gaze to avoid having to look at her.
So we can avert our gaze for free now that we've passed it.
Correct. You can avert your gaze for free, but it will mean that you have disadvantage on attack rolls and that kind of comes along. But I believe we need to roll some initiative now.
And that is a
However,
creature ability, not a spell attack.
That is a creature ability. It happens.
Yep.
Could she still make the wisdom save?
Yes.
Because she might be incapacitated.
And does my attack go off?
Yes, it will.
Is this before or after the initiative roll?
This will be before the initiative roll. So which one are you attacking, Mirabelle or Sonia? Both of them are in range. You can see both of them.
Sonia.
Cool. Make your attack roll.
Cool. Okay. That is definitely going to have a point of inspiration spent on it. 19 to hit.
On Sonia? Yep, that hits. So you stab into her just as she opens the door. Her gaze goes outwards and none of you are affected. So we'll handle you next. You're...
Now,
Also, I summoned my dog.
Cool.
is anyone right next to me?
No.
No,
No.
not with him.
And because I've used a point of inspiration,
It does give you advantage.
Would that be sufficient?
No, it specifically doesn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
cool. No, that's fine. so
Well,
there's
I mean, my dog will be appearing at the same moment, and that's an allied creature.
if you don't want me to roll it, that's entirely fine.
No, they happen... Because they're happening at the exact same moment, it's not... Yeah, I don't think you get it this
No,
time.
fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, they both need to make dex saves, though.
What's the DC?
I need to double check because I think it's moved. It's changed.
Who are you attacking?
Both of them, I think.
Both of them are in the AOE range of my dog appearing.
Does the dog appearing happen before or after we've made the save for the Medusa hair?
At the same time.
So my reaction I would do would come after this attack or before this attack. So that me making a saving throw means I automatically get to make a reaction to that. Is that before or after the attack?
Oh, fuck me. After, because you're reacting to a thing that has happened.
Cool.
The DC is 14.
Both pass.
Both pass. Okay, well, they will take half damage. Wait, hang on, no. Sorry, no, they take no damage.
Okay, so...
DC 13 was saved from people.
She exploded that. She rolled 17 on the die.
Cool.
DC 15 con save from Sonia, please.
Okay. Is it poison?
Yeah. Yes.
Jesus Christ, she's a laundry list of bullshit. Oh no, that's throw one. That's right one. Skills. Where is... Oh, does she not have any resistances? Okay. Con save, you said?
Mm-hmm.
17.
So she passes.
Yep.
Okay, so she resists the poison effect.
Mm-hmm.
She will, however, take 4 piercing damage and 7 radiant damage.
Ooh.
As the coin. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So that all goes through. You stab into her. She looks down at you. You are going to make a very good part of my furniture.
Could I also get them to make each one of them make another deck save, please?
Why?
Because the dog will also have an effect as it moves away from them.
We're not in initiative yet.
We're not in initiative yet. No, sorry.
Need to wait.
So,
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of
Jesus
myself.
Christ, we're not even in initiative yet.
Nope.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Right.
Initiative.
Can react.
Now you were saying
Some more action triggers.
Your reaction triggers.
As I look at, as my gaze is on her because of the save, it is very unpolite to try and modify me. And then you'll hear a sound of ancient wood groaning and creaking as a curse goes on her.
Cool.
I'll give her the same ones I gave the other chap. Whenever she has to roll a d20, subtract 1d4 from that total.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Right. Initiative, please.
15.
15 for people.
19.
15 for people. 19 for...
19 for Monica.
19 for Monica.
This will be fun. She rolled 27.
No,
Well,
27.
If we're alive, we're definitely getting that level up.
And Raylan.
9.
9 for Raylan.
I don't know if Rain having a low initiative is bad though, because you're very reactive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Sonia's the first one to go. And as the first one to go, she doesn't think you're that much of a threat. She looks at this usurper who has attacked her. A few claw marks, and then you'll be a nice little statue. And she's going to attack you twice with claws. That's a natural 1. $19 to hit.
That will hit.
Silvery buffs.
13 to hit.
Misses.
So the silver bar
Advantage to your good self.
that will give you it. So kind of works that. Doesn't matter. Still be a statue soon, and kind of like makes the point of kind of staring, like kind of keeping her gaze on all of you, so she can look across you. The next person. So it's either Monica or Victor. You can choose which of those first.
Ladies first.
How are you?
I was trying to decide what I wanted to do here.
So your dog is there as well.
My dog is there as well. I think I am going to focus fire on the Medusa.
Sure.
Love that.
Are you averting your gaze?
I am not.
Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Do we have a session inspiration?
No.
That's not this type of game.
Yeah, no, I got an 8 total.
Cool. You are beginning to turn to stone. You are currently restrained.
Cool. Doesn't mean I can't attack though, right?
No, doesn't mean you can't attack. You just
You
can't
have
move.
disadvantage.
I have disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're restrained.
And you can't move. Where are you? You actually in the corner over there?
I am actually in the corner over there, yes.
Okay, so you can't move. So you, like, the gaze kind of looks at you, you kind of lock eyes with her, and you slowly begin to, and you feel your bones and things begin to just kind of like seize.
Okay, that changes what I was going to do a little bit. I can't really thread the needle there either.
No.
Okay, in that case, I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Cool. So she will make a dexterity saving throw.
As will the person beside her.
Yep. Mirabelle.
Technically, also my dog will as well. Because I believe it hits everyone in that cube.
Yes, it
I
does,
can't
yeah.
shape it. DC's 14.
DC's 14, you say. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. You throw the spell out. The fire is kind of like grabbing and trying to latch on. You see it on Sonia. It seems to slough off, like she's, like the magic is having difficulty sticking to her. On Mirabelle, she kind of just dodges to the side of it. She realizes what it is. Moves to the side. You're not getting me that way. And you see that Mirabelle is holding in her hand these long iron shackles with like a ring on one end. Like she's that's what her weapon is. She's just like wielding a chain.
Okay, and then my doggo. They will both need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
DC 14.
Is that a spell?
No. It's just my dog teleports away, leaving a gout of flame, and they need to succeed on a DC 14 saving throw or take 5 fire damage.
Okay, and this is it moves away from it.
Teleports away.
Oh, teleports away. Okay, that's fine. They both passed. So how much damage did they take?
None.
Okay. I take no damage. Right. We move to
Victor.
I should have done it the other way around.
Do you want
yes,
to avert
okay.
your gaze?
You have advantage though on your attack.
Not if I avert my gaze. I will, because I don't want to be turned to stone.
Sure.
So it's just a
Just
flat
flat.
roll.
Flat roll, but you still get your sneak attack because there's a. Oh no, there isn't a
That's
creature
not anymore.
Because you moved.
No, yeah, well, that's all right. That is a natural 20 to hit.
Oh, Daniel!
Okay. Hits.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So it's hold on. Where is it? Where is?
By the way, that stabbery, what Victor did, what Richthoff did
Yeah.
that, it seemed to phase her in any way?
It seemed to affect her as normal, but she is quite hardy.
Yeah. So I'm running 2 of these, right?
You're quite persuasive.
12 piercing damage.
Remember that we Mirabelle might be an opportunist.
Ooh. Can I use the coin twice? It's got 3 charges, right?
It does have 3 charges.
Richard agrees. I'm not sure Raylan.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Raylan like people
So-
to be spoiling for a fight.
That would add 1d8 radiant damage.
I mean, okay,
Is that twice
Not
or just
twice,
one?
it is
Oh,
a rare
double.
attack.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
her on our side to take her down.
That is 16 radiant damage. Holy shit, that was really good.
So that one, this titanic explosion from the blade just goes and emanates outwards. Something triggered, maybe divine providence helped you. Even though you weren't looking at her, you can see just out of the corner of your eye the radiant explosion. The rest of you see this. She kind of like reels back for a second. I changed my mind. I'm going to kill you now.
Go to sleep. So
Mirabelle, hold him down and force his face towards me.
So that was 16 radiant damage. That was 12 piercing, not 10 because it's 10 on the dice and that. And then bonus action with the dagger. So is that I don't get any pluses to the DC
The
then?
damage. You get pluses to your normal attack rolls.
Oh, okay. 14 then.
14 hit? No, that misses.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh. Do you need that one?
There you go.
Thank you. Yeah. So 14 misses. Pupil.
Give me just a hot second.
Okay. I can give you a cold second as well if you like.
Ooh, no. I'm going to use my... avert my gaze.
Cool.
Because what I need doesn't need...
You don't need to see.
I don't need to see her.
Sure.
But who is standing adjacent to Sonia?
Victor and Mirabelle.
And where's Monica? She's gone over.
Technically you, yeah. I
Monica's
guess.
still back here.
Monica's still over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Dogger's here.
In that case, I am going to use my once per day dissonant whispers.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And so can she make a, I think, wisdom saving throw, but I'll double check.
Yes. What's the DC?
13.
Even with magic resistance, she failed. Right.
And we'll have put her there, so she's having me moving directly there. That is 3 ones.
Oh.
So she takes 3 psychic damage.
And then begins to flee.
Yes.
So you immediately get a opportunity attack from this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I guess she can go farther. 5, 10, 15.
She moves directly away from me.
Yeah, that's as far as she can go.
But directly
Directly away would be like towards the wall.
Oh, you right.
Yeah. He moved.
Yeah, I moved so I was adjacent to her on the door.
Sorry,
away.
I've not been
okay.
keeping up on the character positioning.
2 19s on my disadvantage quarterstaff swing as well.
That does it.
Am I rolling flat or with disadvantage?
You are rolling disadvantage now because yeah.
It's another 1 on my quarterstaff swing. For 1.
Oh, you don't have a straight bonus. Yep. You smack her as you're like she's running away. And yeah.
That is a natural 1.
Oh.
Which misses.
Yeah. The blade clangs into the side of the door rather than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let me check to see if I've got anything to do with my bonus. Well, at least I don't look like a threat.
Look like something.
Yeah.
Raylan.
Yeah, that's me.
Turn?
I will avert my gaze.
Sure.
And I will say, just because I'm not looking at you doesn't mean I cannot exert my influence. And I'll grip hold of the curse.
Mm-hmm.
She's now cursed with spite.
Okay.
So whenever she fails an attack roll or a DC check, she takes damage of psychic damage equal to the difference.
Okay, between her attack roll and the AC or
Yeah.
whatever she's trying to hit.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'll then reach into my pocket. I'll grab hold of an item, and I say, "Prove your worth to me." And a Memoria bear will appear
Ooh.
right in front of her.
I believe that's a cave bear. If I'm correct.
Yes, it is a cave bear.
They have a cave
Fucking
bear.
1s.
Cool.
5
Right.
if you include that one like has got.
I need to get a cave bear. Where's a cave bear?
Assuming its action is after mine.
1
Yes,
in
it would be.
1,728 chance.
17 to hit,
17 does hit.
and an 18 to hit.
Both hit. Is the cave bear going to avert its gaze?
Does it need to?
Is a creature. ish.
It's a magical creature.
It is a magical creature, but it's not immune to this effect, so I think it can't. So make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 6, my friend.
That is a 6. It is restrained, but I'll say I'll let you have those 2 attacks. So you get
That is a.
you get a
9.
D8 and then 2D6, I think.
Oh, it's one of each, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a 9 plus a 12.
Ooh, nice. She is taking damage from a lot of sources very fast. But it is now her turn, and she is... Oh, no, it's not, sorry. It's Mirabelle's turn. And Mirabelle was told to do something very specific. So she is going to attempt to do that. You watch her grab this chain, hold it in, kind of like pull it through the air, and you watch as animated chains begin to appear and just pull at Victor, or Richtov, I guess, and try and grab hold of him. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
3.
You are restrained. I'm actually going to say in this case you are not restrained. Specifically, what it's trying to do is make you look at Sonia, and it will make you do that next turn.
Yeah.
So on the beginning of Victor's turn.
He will make a thing.
Okay. To be fair, he was going to do that anyway because he had no idea what was
What's going on?
He was just going to look up.
No. Cool.
So she's doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's Ludovicoing him.
She's going to grab onto your head and kind of pull you towards to look at you. That is her action to do that, though. Yep, that's her action to do that. Oh, you also take some damage from this. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
2d6. So,
What's your total hit points?
12.
6 points of damage.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
So you take 6 points of damage from that. And she's just going to like, and you see this chain like hit the ground and go, and send sparks everywhere. That's Mirabelle's turn. It is Sonia's turn. She has got a fucking bear in front of her, who is slowly turning to stone, but is still
it's still a bear.
Still a fucking
Not slowly
bear,
enough.
but not slowly enough. And she just and just kind of like she's going to try to reach in and kill the bear as fast as she can. So she's going to try and do 2 claw attacks. That's going to be 19. Oh no, wait, sorry. 15 to hit the bear.
Hits.
Okay, so that's there. And then, ooh. 11 to hit the bear.
Misses. Take 1 down psychic damage.
She is going to do 2d8.
It's such a cool ability.
14 points of damage to the bear.
Sure.
She tears into it, trying to kill it as quickly as she can. Monica.
Con save?
You need to make a con save. Yes. No, at the end of your turn you make a con save, not the beginning. Sorry.
Oh.
End of your turn you make another con save.
Okay, I would have done things slightly different last turn then. But
No. So you make it for the gaze
right.
at the beginning. This is perpetuating the thing that's already happening to you, which is always at the end.
Are you resisting the turning into stone effect?
Right.
I assume.
Yes, effectively, yes. Yes, you can see like parts of Monica are beginning to turn to this grey, ashy stone.
Okay, so I'm restrained, so I can't move.
Correct. All the scrolls are coming out.
Explosive recoil.
Yeah.
If I just throw a gun like a grenade behind her and then set it off, will that actually do anything, or does someone just be holding it?
I would let you do that, yeah.
Neat.
You got a gun.
It's not going to help, but...
Yeah. So, Monica, what do you do?
Unfortunately, there are people between me and her.
There are lots of things between you and her.
And I don't think there's much I can do to help myself resist this effect.
Unless you've got, what is it called? Bear's Endurance? I think it is. Okay.
Enhanced ability.
Oh, yes, and
it's
it's Bear's something.
equal opportunities in 5th edition. It just does all of them.
I did not take that one.
Oh. It's not the only thing I think you can take.
Yeah, alright, in that case, I am just going to, with disadvantage, huck a small flame at her.
At Sonia?
At Medusa Lady.
Can you see her? Yeah, I'll say you can see her, sure. You see her about, just about. Technically from the thing you can't, but
You can't
I'll let
move.
you do
It's
it.
restrained at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I have disadvantage anyway.
Yeah, so give her a little bit of cover.
That's a natural one.
No. Flame goes, it hits the wall behind her.
Fair enough.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, bonus action before I do that.
Sure.
I am commanding the dog to attack her.
Okay.
But yes, now Constitution saving throw.
For the dog, yeah.
No.
No, but for me.
Oh, yeah, well, you'll need to, yeah. Cool.
That's a 9.
9. Does anyone want to do anything?
I have an inspiration. Can I just gift it?
Mm-hmm. You are continuing to turn to stone. As more of you become solid. You, Raylan, you get the feeling that one more of these and she will be a statue. Victor.
My dog goes now.
Oh, yes, sorry. Dog.
My dog is going to open its mouth and just huck well, it'll jump up onto the bed
Sure.
and just fire a bolt of flame at it.
Cool. So it's looking at her.
Yes.
Make a Constitution saving throw for the dog.
That's a fail.
Cool.
And now...
What's the number on the con save?
Oh, the number on the con save was
Yep.
a total of 10.
Okay. He slowly turns to stone. Restrained. There's a number. It's a bad number. None of you have hit it yet. Gotten close a few times. The bear was very close.
On passing the con save.
No.
Failing it.
Failing it.
That's
That's extra bad.
an instance.
Failing it extra bad.
And the dog, because I got disadvantage, got a 10 to hit.
I do.
Okay. So
Yes.
Victor's head is pulled up, which
Yes.
is fine. He was going to look up anyway.
Cool. So.
And he basically see a snake that's kind of poking out from behind a bear.
Yeah, you can see there's a moment when you lock eyes with Sonia on the other side, and you feel like.
Hold on, because he's.
Yeah. That's right. His con's lower.
It's not that. It's. Is a saving throw different from an ability check?
Yes.
So the poison doesn't affect him.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
That's good.
So 11.
11. You are slowly turning to stone.
Yep. Cool. He's been injured. He will panic, and he will throw into the face of the person in front of him. I've never used this, but the oil. What is it called? Hold on, let me pull it up. The flask of oil that comes as the standard.
Oh, you just throw a flask of oil.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
make
will then coat her.
Make an attack roll.
Okay, cool. Is it with disadvantage or?
Yes, because it's still.
Yeah.
When you're poisoned,
Yeah. 10. I think. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's. I've got 0 on strength and dex, so I assume it's just a flat 10.
And hits her in the face.
Okay, cool. If you'll allow bonus action to use the tinderbox, but if that's a full action.
Yeah,
then-
it's a full action time.
Okay,
Light
cool.
her on fire.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. No. I apologise.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So, is there any way of determining how injured she is without looking at her?
No.
That's fair.
Actually, I'll let you make a perception check. Sorry, I should let you make a perception check for this. Sure.
Maybe there's a mirror in the room you could look at her in.
Well, yeah.
Is that a
So
mirror
no
down
one else
there?
bitch, yeah.
17.
No. 17?
Oh no, those are bones, aren't they?
No, they're not.
The statues?
Yeah.
17.
17. You hear labored breathing, and you ever so often hear as blood drops to the ground. She is injured. You don't know how badly, but without looking, you can't tell.
Well, I really hope she's about more injured.
Cool.
19 plus however my con mod is on the save for looking at her.
That's you beat the save easily.
Information. Goodbye. Disintegrate. 16 plus 5, 21. No, it's a save from her part. I do think I want to save from her. Yeah. But that was for me casting the spell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. You definitely need that. Okay. So the DC is not your DC. It's the
It's a
spell.
spell caster's DC, which to get a 6th level spell would be a minimum of 8 plus.
That one is special, and I know where it came from, so
Oh.
it's different. I know what it is. It's high. It's designed to be like, this is a Hail Mary, we're fucked kind of thing. Okay.
Don't forget to
She
subtract your
fails.
D4.
She
Okay.
fucking fails.
She takes extra damage from also failing the check, right?
She does.
She does.
Tell the check. That was a good use of that scroll.
If only I had another 5d6s. I'm just going to roll these twice.
Is it plus 50?
It's 10d6 plus 40.
40, okay.
Okay, so I didn't continue my trend of rolling all ones on damage.
Thank God.
So that is 13, 26, 31, 34, 37, 41, cocked, 44, 84.
What does it look like when you hit her with this disintegrate spell?
I think this looks very unlike people's magic. It is like the ritual circle on the scroll pushes out into like 3D, twists around like it's unlocking, and then just like laser firing.
So as that laser crosses and goes in between, goes underneath the legs of this giant bear that is slowly turning to stone, hits her square in the chest, and she just, for a second, you think nothing. She thought, my spell resistance is fine. I am Sonia.
And then she looks
Fine.
down and there's a
And
hole
then just-
perfectly bored.
And she just vanishes before she can even think. And in that, and like Mirabelle looks back to see her boss just wink out of existence.
Information. If you would like to remain the... sorry, Joe doesn't want to fuck this up with people. Yeah, people won't fuck this up with Joe, might. Information. Would you like to be the new proprietor of the Red Lantern?
Sounds lovely to me, yes.
Information. Surrender.
Fine. Done. Drops the chain. It's like,
Nope. Are there?
I will use my
cures?
move and my object interaction to hand the figurine of Wondrous Power Brachiosaurus to one of these two. It will give you a +2 con straight up.
cool.
Am I still turning to stone even though she's
Yes.
Is there a cure for the? And then he'll gesture at the statues.
I'll get you one. Give me a second. And walks over to a cabinet. Pulls.
You
up
pop that
these.
now, just in case.
Yeah, I
Yep.
pop it immediately.
So
It'll give you a +4 con, so +2
you want to
modifier.
roll one for you. She will take a minute to get it, basically.
Well, that's a natural 17, so 19, 21.
Cool. Petrification stops. You are fine.
And then
And then I roll as well, yeah. So, oh, that second one was a natural 20. 8.
8. You are turning to stone, but a few moments later, Mirabelle pulls the potion thing out and just. I'm not gentle.
Okay, my dog turns to stone though.
Yeah.
4 and a 5 on the dice.
4. Yeah, that's instant.
Okay.
nice.
We are
14
out
for the
of
bear.
combat. The bear succeeds. Bear succeeds.
What is the
Sonia's
potion
gone.
that has been shoved down my throat?
Greater restoration.
Information.
Would that
It
also
will
cure?
specifically-
Would that also cure poison?
Yes.
Sure. But you see, you're going As like a wave of energy goes through him.
Mirel's like hands up.
Information. You work for us now.
Sounds good to me.
Information. What should she... query. What should she do to work for us now?
Got any more of those potions? Because I'm pretty sure there's someone in that pile of statues over there that I'm very interested in saying hello to.
So yeah, as you look over, as you're kind of like specifically looking, you see one of the many statues on this fucking... Basically, she's made a statue
fresco.
couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, there is one of them is the person you were looking for. She's kind of like got her hands up and like doesn't know what to do, and just trying to figure out what the play here is. You hear a knock on the door, like, "Everything all right, boss?" And Mirabelle goes, "What do you want me to say?"
Everything's fine.
Yes.
Hey, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Okay.
Sounds of bear
But
bites. Is everything all right?
It's fine. It was just a bit of rough sex. That's all.
Muffled sounds of bear bites are something you wouldn't not find in a brothel.
Exactly. Wrong kind of bear, though.
I will point out that Disintegrate leaves any magic items completely untouched in
Yeah.
the fine dust that used to be her.
She didn't actually have any.
Okay.
Funnily enough. So, we'll describe the rest of the office. You're greeted by a dark room with a crimson red furniture, and a black and red tiled floor. Elaborate carpets can be found under a well-crafted table and desk. A roaring fireplace crackles from the north end of the room, casting deep shadows which twist and dance around along the south wall, and a massive stone-carved statue which dominates the entire wall. Of many men and women twisting and reaching for one another in lewd and erotic positions. Their faces denote intense pleasure or pain, and their mouths slightly agape, uttering silent moans. Their limbs seem to be reaching for, their eyes seem to follow you. Amongst the limbs, specifically for you, Monica, there is a face contorted in pain, the visage of Craig Bloom. Monica, you asked for a potion. She goes, I don't, for what? What do you want it for? Are you trying...
I want this one restored back to
Oh,
flesh.
this ain't gonna do you, no.
No?
For
Okay.
the ones that are like halfway, that's fine, but not that thing.
So you've got nothing that can bring this guy back.
One reaches behind, grabs a scroll. In case she ever turned on me, gonna give it to her.
Scroll of stone to flesh.
Would that fix it? The most lower level spell would be like, yeah, that's probably the
Great,
cheapest
yeah.
spell. Yeah, this is what I got.
Okay. Pupil, would you mind?
Information. Yes. Natural 20.
Spell goes, and the kind of visage of this person slowly shifts.
As Pupil's doing that, I'll use the Hat of Disguise
Sure.
to make myself look like I used to.
Okay.
But then,
Sure.
but I will also make myself look like a corpse.
Oh!
Okay.
I hope he's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, no, flash decision. Yeah.
Okay.
I make myself look like the
Like
corpse of Monica.
The corpse of Monica. Okay, so he kind of like is part of the capsule. He's like, as he comes free, he kind of. The first thing he'll see is Pupil, probably.
Yep.
He'll like
Surely the bear.
yeah, bear. Like sees Pupil because you cast a spell.
Yeah.
He's like half naked, kind of really disheveled looking, just kind of like shocked about what's going on, and kind of looks, what happened? Looking around, sees you, and just backs himself into the wall, like, and just like in like he backs himself so hard into the wall, one of these statues' arms breaks. You can see her go and like on the ground, and he goes, "You, what was that?
Are you still looking like a corpse? But an upright standing corpse? Or are you laid down on the floor?
I think I'll be sat in a chair looking like.
Yeah. And I will have detect thoughts. I'll pop detect thoughts as soon as they query. What are you afraid of, Craig?
Before you even say that, as you like kind of like starting to detect thoughts, as he's staring at Monica, the thing you see is she's dead. I killed her. I definitely killed her. She died. I saw her fall. I saw, and like that's repeating over and over and over again.
It will ask that question.
He can't process that. He is staring right at Monica. He can't even think about you. He's too, like, yeah. Whatever happened to him before, compounded with this, is now making it so that his brain has just stopped working. Why am I dead? He can't verbalize, but he can think.
Yeah.
And the thought you get is, I had orders, and they told me I had to. They told me I had to. They had.
Query. Who were your orders from?
And then you hear a name, Jonathan Lampkin.
Query. Who is Jonathan Lampkin?
And then because he's like,
information. It knows what you think, Craig.
he passes out. He fully goes
medkit, bring him back round.
So,
I think at this point, actually, he's so scared he passed out.
Basically, yeah.
At that point, the other entity, like,
very
very calmly, snaps some setting salts, pops them under Craig. Hello, Craig.
Whilst he's doing that, Monica will have moved and just be looming over him. Chest wound just gushing.
Okay.
Information. There is no escaping this, Craig. Information.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell us. Query. What did you do?
You will hear in Rain. It's like, they made me. I had to. They had
I think
me.
it will put one child-sized metal hand very gently against its cheek and go, use your words, Craig.
oh god.
Like the eye just like pulsing up at him.
I had so much money. I couldn't pay. Lampkin said he'd pay it for me, and then it would all go away, and Sonia would make it go away, and he's like properly hyperventilating, kind of like he's struggling to breathe. He like, you don't care. You probably don't care. Raylan, make a medicine check.
Can I also, because Victor does care quite
make a
deeply,
medicine check.
and he is going to move to try and. So that's 17.
Okay.
8.
8. Okay, so you don't kind of clock what's about to happen. You think if he and she keep going, they're literally going to kill this guy by fear. He's going to die.
Well, I mean,
of a heart attack.
Monica is about to dial back.
But
She's got the name lamp.
But what's going to happen? From Victor's point, he's going to move in to try and calm him down. At which point, can I make a whiz save? Because
That
is a natural 1.
Cool.
Oh no.
So he will. So what will happen is, a frail person will go to render medical aid and will instead then pull out a dagger and will hold it to his throat and then look to Monica and just wait.
When the knife goes to his throat, and this is happening, and that is happening, you watch as the light just leaves his eyes, and he fully dies. of pure fear and terror.
Okay, I will drop the whole illusion, pick him up, slam a cure wounds into him.
See, that's the thing about that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would a medicine check be more appropriate than a cure wounds?
I think so, because I think magic isn't gonna be enough in this case, because it's not like his brain has decided it is better to die than stay
Then
here.
deal with what this is.
This is
I no longer look like a corpse, at least.
no, but you were before,
Yeah.
and there was all of this plus
Yeah.
he just whatever happened to him just
Just before.
was basically like he went from being turned to stone.
Did he even realise? Oh, he had a look of terror on his face, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like he suffered physical damage. His heart's just given out. I
Yeah,
assume.
Yeah,
So,
he just
That's-
died.
Yeah.
Full died.
Oh, the temptation to pop Beacon of Hope so he can be more afraid.
No!
I think the eye would actually do that.
Okay.
Would spare the dialogue in this case.
Yes, I would say that.
Yeah, and that's probably the play.
But he won't regain consciousness with that,
That's
so
fine.
he will still be unconscious.
For
But
1d4 hours.
you see, like, when
Oh.
you...
I'll grab Victor's hand. Now. Move your hand away, and then, or whilst holding your hand with the dagger, I'll go and touch him with spare the
I
dagger.
would like him alive.
Yeah. Once Monica's moved in,
I'm not done with him yet.
Yeah. very well, and he will just. Is there a chair here?
There are multiple.
Yeah, he
chairs.
will take a seat.
On the bone chair.
Yeah.
I think
Well, yeah.
if the non-pupil could have a euphoric smile on its face, it would.
Yeah, so Mirabelle's in here. I have just want you scare a man to death. What am I doing? Am I being here? Or what do you want me to? I say work for you now. What happened with that guy? Ooh.
We will be leaving shortly.
That's
there needs
good.
to be a leader of the Red Lantern.
All right, sounds good.
Keep things in check. Recall the men that Sonia has sent out.
Well, I can do that.
Why not?
I don't have communication with them. They're supposed to go out and do something. I don't know what. Blow it up. Blow it up. They have bombs.
What
Query.
would be? Oh, no.
No, please.
What is the trigger for this attack?
They were going to try and break in through the sewers.
Do you have a location?
Underneath the Gilded Cage. Somewhere nearby there is an entrance to the sewers. We made a deal with the Blake people.
Rats.
Yeah, that's ones. Vile fucking things.
Query. What did Sonia know of the Maven's death?
Oh, there's a letter. She got the letter from somebody. Somebody I'd never heard of before.
So that's how the Red Lanterns were involved in it. They were... And whoever killed the Maven wants the cage destroyed, not... Well, we'll see what the letter says,
Yeah.
but...
I think this is the Maven's fairy enemies doing this, but it's not. No one we have seen yet is actually the mastermind, or if we have seen them, they have no organisation we've seen so far is the mastermind.
I'm not convinced because from everything that we've seen thus far, the Maven accepted this fate. If he knew the fate was going to be the Gilded Cage is destroyed, I don't think he would have just like.
I think the Maven might be the mastermind.
Oh.
Killed himself.
Oh. No. I don't understand.
Neither do I.
Okay.
I just think it.
Okay.
It's entirely
Little
possible.
hunch.
Yeah. Little lunch, just a little one. This is a treat.
Just make sure I got the right one.
You get the wrong one. This one just please ignore the contents of that wrong letter. This is the
Yeah.
special super secret letter.
No.
Oh, you've taken the wax seal off the disintegrate spell, and I do kind of like the idea of
Oh,
a magic
that's-
ring that's like that, like that kind of thing. Magic ring, something.
It's almost like runes threaded.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be open. Actually, make sure it's the right one.
I feel bad that Brad has to open letters to make sure that they're the right one.
Well. Yeah, this is the one.
Oh, Delicious.
You can have all her letters. Yeah, this is the other one. Those two.
Dealer's choice, then.
I mean,
The green one is the one that tipped us off.
So that's the open one.
Yeah, that one is Sonia was writing that to Lemkin, I think, whatever that is.
This one's for you, then, Ryan.
These are for the sewers.
I'm sure we know this symbol, but
The tree. So that's the
Silver Council.
Silver Council again. So it's the same people who were. Something we didn't find out about the. Joe has forgotten the thing.
The person who orchestrated Alice's abduction,
Yes.
or after her killing,
Yeah.
or her attempted killing.
Miss Sonia, it has come to my attention with a high degree of certainty that the defences and leadership of the Gilded Cage are soon to collapse. It is advisable that you seize this opportunity to effect a permanent closure of the cage. Our shared irritation with the Gilded Cage leads me to share this intelligence without obligation to you. I must not interfere in this matter, but you possess the necessary personnel to act where I cannot. Should you require further proof of the authenticity of this information, observe the cage during the imminent lockdown. That will serve as your cue to evaluate the defences, which you will find to be inadequate. Proceed accordingly.
That water are from nowhere, and
And is the symbol around the edge
it's
meaningful?
official letterhead from the Silver Council.
Okay.
So somebody,
But not to a particular...
not to anyone particular. It's almost as somebody who trades in things like scrying and clairvoyance or works in those circles, there are things about handwriting that would let you scry on people. Somebody has taken great pains to make sure that that is impossible. They've used a typewriter.
Yeah.
There is a lot of weirdness with this. There's things like they've used a typewriter, they've used very specific letterhead, they've used an envelope. There's lots of weird things that mean this.
There's layers of security that are meant to be unscribable. Information. It appears the Red Lantern were merely apprised by the person responsible for the Maven's death. They were not directly involved.
Something we already knew. Or at least suspected.
Query. And I will address this sort of to the room. Query. After discovering the information about Alistair hurting the eye, it felt a great desire to bring destruction, but a sourceless fear. Information. It thought that performing violence upon Sonia would help. Information. It did not. Information. It is empty. Query. Why is it empty?
Because you've not killed the right person.
Information. Thank you.
I agree with the weird thing. The vengeance on the person's personal very makes for good.
Perhaps you should ask the Eye whether they would like retribution. Perhaps they are willing to forgive. Or at least don't care, given that the Eye was... Is the Eye an artifacts? It's a
woman
person
who's had a Nothix eye implanted
Given
into
that she
her.
was fine when we saw her last, whatever machinations this person had on her does not seem to have taken hold. Therefore, if she does not judge, why should you? Why should it?
No, that's not what I'm thinking about. Good tea.
Is this a conversation you need to have now?
No.
We have an unconscious body. We can have this at the conversation at a later date.
Yeah, we can have this conversation later. I think we go and get that guy from the other room, bring him through here, and then have our new friend here say that he's free to go. Let him walk out that door, and then let him leave this place.
I just tell guard to let you go. You'll move to wherever you want. You can just go out where you got in here by.
Query.
When was the attack by the Red Lantern explosive engineers on the Gilded Cage to take place?
They're trying to work their way there as soon as possible.
So we should
leave
hit that now.
immediately.
Quick question: Is there a quill, paper, and a blue butterfly transport thing like a postage stamp in this room?
There would be, yeah.
Cool, that's fine.
Is the bear too big to leave this room?
Fuck me. No, it can squeeze, because you can squeeze in one square smaller than you are, so yes, you can get the bear out. I mean, what amount of chaos you cause as you do so is a different matter.
Also,
but, yeah.
the thing I will point out is there is a collegiate mage outside.
That's also true.
There are several collegiate mage outside.
I will then walk up to the bear, look it directly in the eyes. What are you? And I cast Detect Thoughts and I probe right down deep.
Ooh, okay. As you probe into the bear, it's what is it going to have in terms of memories? I guess the only memory it's going to have is the times it was active and alive. You see the woman from the memory and the man from the memory.
The man that looks like me.
The man that looks like you,
Yeah.
but not quite like you.
Yep.
And definitely not in the right way of you.
Yep.
You also see, like, what would you see from this thing's perspective? You see them looking down towards something, and the bear is kind of nearby, kind of questioning, like looking at them, trying to figure something. It's like looking at, because you're seeing from its perspective, it looks up, and it's not that smart because its intelligence is relatively low, so it's kind of looking up at them, and it's looking down towards something, and it goes, and it kind of, and then it looks towards, it looks towards nothing. It's trying to look towards something, and then he goes, and then the man points at the woman's belly, and he goes, and he seems to understand something, and then disappears.
This bear construct was also infused into my item, so my item never came with it. Do I get a memory, or can I probe to see if there's a memory of it being infused more recently into the item that it took over?
Ooh. You...
Because it's a couple of weeks ago at this point.
Yeah, so there's like a weird bit. It's like, is this the same one, or is it a different one that looks very similar, or is this something somebody switched things around? Yeah, the only memory you get from this is that memory, and then nothing until just now. As if it had been lost and been returned to you somehow. And it's kind of like, just like it. You also get the impression from the memories that you're searching through and kind of like thinking about, and like it knows it belongs to you, though it has no memory of ever seeing you.
It knows it belongs to me.
It knows it belongs to you. Without question, it knows that for sure. It knows it belongs to you, but has no memory of ever seeing you.
And as I return to the room, I look at it in the eyes, I say, liar, and I dismiss the bear.
It disappears and it turns back into a thing.
I'll turn to Mirabelle. Say, information. You are to acquire the following items. 1 wooden packing crate.
Right, yep.
6 feet sheet of lead.
6 feet sheet.
1
Yeah,
hammer.
right. Hammer.
72 large roofing nails.
Roofing nails. Right, okay. Are we burying some day or doing something? What are we doing?
Information. It is a hole.
This is a hole. Let's shake the fucking crate. Alright, can't do that. I can get Drogar to do it for me. What do you want to do with Prophets of Red Lantern? It's not much, but maybe somebody with better head for business do better. Sonya was kind of stupid.
Do you have a better head for business?
I can read the books that she was trying to in her library. She picked up some besides the smut she used to read.
Query, what are the creatures... Oh, I wouldn't have seen that. Ignore me.
I think, for now, make plans for reinvestment. We'll come back and work through it when there's less of a time crunch going on.
Whatever. Just you turned my thoughts into dust. I'm not going to complain. Can you leave, please?
I think we should leave.
So I can fix all the whatever nonsense you caused.
Very well.
Good. Right, goodbye.
Yeah, we'll pick up
She
the harpist.
basically like when she opens the door, she tells George, "You let them out. You let them free. Nothing happened. Sonya's dead. Don't worry about it. I'm in charge now." And he kind of looks at the dust pile.
That's been hoovered up by the murderer.
He doesn't see Sonya, and just goes, "You're boss." Yep, cool. And just kind of this like fucking way above my pay grade. But Mirabelle's telling him it. He's like, "Go." Yeah, he's.
And also let out.
Yep.
Yep.
They let him out. Yep. And then
I will also pick up a one of the cards that lets you get here if I can.
Sure. As you're kind of leaving, also you notice that all four of the people who were in there, like the clients and the people, they're all gone. They seem to have moved into rooms and things.
Cool.
Yeah, you leave. You exit the room, and as
I will release the letter that I've been writing.
Sure.
Yep.
And it leaves, it goes away, and you all leave, and all of you except Monica level up, and you see.
At what point do you release the letter?
Ooh.
Outside or inside?
Are there windows here? Like how does the postage system work? Can I just let it out and inside and it'll find its way out? Yeah, I'll just do it. Like once I finish writing it, I'll seal it up, touch it, and then just send it off. He will have been reading that letter.
Miss Butcher, the one that was to Best Butcher.
Mm-hmm. So when he's sitting in the chair watching you do your thing, he will have been reading this letter, and then he will write something and then send it off.
If we get the chance to literally just rifle the bedroom and the other room for shit, that doesn't necessarily need discussion on camera, but if there is anything.
Aside from the letters in her office, you do notice that there is a glyph that's attached to the wall.
Yeah.
That is set to trigger clairvoyance if somebody enters the room and she's not in it.
Cool. Nice.
Sweet.
But that's it.
Sweet.
To the sewers with
Yeah.
a high level of urgency.
And no spell slots. Well, I've got 1 second level.
It is also very late in the evening as well in game. Sorry, we should specify. It's both. Both. And as you exit the Red Lantern, you exit out onto a dark street, and it is night. And you are in the... Where is it now? Second ring. You are in a nondescript building in the second ring as you exit. If you wish, you can hail a taxi and drive your way over there to the sewers. But we'll do that, save that for next time. I'm glad you all enjoyed that.
Very much so.
I will turn